What do you
Hmm?
call it? Back room?
Yeah, backstage.
Yeah, back.
All right, all right. Here we go. Welcome, family. Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. And
Welcome.
this is a special edition of the Black Business Showcase. And we got a special guest for y'all this evening. What's going on, Nicey girl?
What's good? What's good?
Feeling
It's
great. How you doing?
Wednesday. I'm good. I'm excited about today because this is my friend.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, this is gonna be a good show. Text her and make sure she knows the link is inside her email.
Okay.
She might, I forgot the inbox her to let her know that it was sent.
That's okay.
But yeah, it's gonna be a dope show, family. Dope show. Peter Ogun, appreciate you. Appreciate you in the building early, family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Peter Ogun, always showing support, always representing. B1, my brother, B1. That's right. That's right. That's right. We definitely appreciate you. Said peace to the divine feminine, nice steed. That's right. That's right. I had to get a counterpart to balance this thing out. You know what I'm saying? It, it wasn't right. It
Right.
wasn't right, but now it's perfect.
But I'm here.
Now it is perfect. So yeah, I was just telling Nicely that my son made the basketball team today, man. So that's a little bit exciting. He made the varsity
Yay.
team at high school. Just got that news. That's breaking news before we went live. So shout out to young Ja. Shout out to young Ja, man. I know he's hyped right now because he's been working hard. He's been working hard playing in all these AAU leagues and all these off-brand leagues, trying to get his game up. And now he finally could dunk the ball. And so
How tall
now
is
he
he?
now he trying to dunk on every play. I'm like, calm down, bro. Just lay the ball up, man. Lay the
How
ball
tall is
up.
he?
He my height now. He about 5'11".
Oh wow.
He about 5'11", 15 years old, 10th grade. So he gonna be taller than me.
Yeah.
He gonna be
Is
taller than
his
me.
mom tall?
No, she's a midget. My wife was probably like what 5'3" or something like that.
You know
5'3".
what? My daughter is 4'11".
Is she that little?
Yeah, that's it. My daughter is 4'11"
Yeah, yeah,
and 26
man.
years old.
Oh,
It's like,
it's a
what are you
wrap.
doing? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's a
That's it for
wrap.
you,
4'11".
sis.
4'11". That's okay for a girl though.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Them little cute little Jordans and shit. Cute little
yeah, because she can wear the kid sizes, so they're a little cheaper for her because she got little feet and
You know what
everything.
I'm saying? Cute little off whites. You know what I
Yes,
mean? That's what it is.
and
That's
she
what it
got
is.
that
So
from
yeah, we
my
gotta.
mom.
Oh, hold on. Oh, she's stupid. We got a good show for y'all tonight, family. We just waiting for our guests to arrive.
Yes.
Um, we gonna be blessed tonight with the sister Professor Zahalea. Y'all see it at the bottom of the screen of Raw Life Defense, Urban School of Self Defense, out in Bluff Park, Long Beach, California. You know what I'm saying? So she's a martial arts instructor. It seems like she does a lot more than that, though, right? It's more than just the jiu-jitsu, right? There's more
Well,
disciplines.
Sanuki's Ryu Jiu-Jitsu is a balance of kind of some of everything. You know, she actually does capoeira as well.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so yeah, she's pretty much well versed, in a lot. But her specialty or science is the Sanuki's Ryu Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay, yeah, because I was that's
Mhm.
why I was excited about getting to learn more about this because I don't even know too much about it. You know what I'm saying? But I've been checking out her social media, looking on her website and stuff like that, and looking at the videos she got on YouTube and stuff like that, and it's like,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
okay,
You saw her pregnancy
I,
one? She was
I
practicing while pregnant?
nah, I ain't see that one.
Oh
I ain't
yeah.
see that one. I got questions.
Right.
I got
Yeah.
questions. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's a lot to the story behind the story, as far as what it takes to build the business, maintain the business, and all of that. So yeah, I
Right.
can't wait to get in. I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, she has an awesome story.
Can't wait to get into it. In the meantime, family, while we waiting, I'm gonna play this video so y'all can see what we got in store. I'll play this video for y'all. Y'all can see the sister in action.
Mhm.
That look kind of dangerous right there. Tough kid. Hold on. Yeah, man, she get busy, busy. She get busy, busy. Hold on. Let me see. A couple of short clips on here we could check out in the meantime. Let me see. There was one. Where's the pregnant one? I want to see that. I ain't see the pregnant joint.
Oh, oh, oh. See my one, see my one, see my one, see my one.
By the way, just for the YouTubes, just for the YouTube people, let me just do this disclaimer because some of these videos got music behind them, and I don't want our video to get no strike. So, all right, check it out. First of all, we do not own the rights to any of the music that's playing in the background. And copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So, yeah, this is an educational program, family. And so, yeah, we're not trying to claim the rights to nobody else's intellectual property. You know what I mean? But let me get back to the videos. All right.
To sing out with an hygiene song, to introspect from your main reasons.
Okay, these are some of the students. Is that your son?
And all this thunder, same I one, same world reaction to hate and to love, same I one. You can see it when the lion of the fly up in a dove, seeking balance, same I one. Natural mystic in the earth, that's what they really don't.
Young King's getting busy. That's not your son, right? Hold on. Oh, you got your mic muted. Your mic is.
I've been talking too the whole time, not even realizing it wasn't.
Oh yeah.
And I was
Oh yeah. You.
answering. No, that's not my.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
that's not him.
Body Dharma and energy. The brother said, working on the altar for the great body Dharma.
Hopefully, she not
I
having
took
any issues.
Taekwondo as a young netter. Okay.
I'm about to call her. Hold on.
Okay. You took Taekwondo. I ain't studied. I studied under Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? He was on the fourth. I was on the third. I studied under Bruce Lee, Peter O'Gould. He was on the fourth. I was on the third. Nah, but that's what's up though. And I know I seen you had your sword and all that too, little custom machete joint you got. You know what I'm saying? But bear with us, family. She checking in on the guest right now to make sure she got the link and everything is working on her end. Not sure, she may be having some technical difficulties getting into the room or whatever, but she checking with her right now just to make sure everything is Gucci. I'll take you off the screen for a second. She's checking with her, but just bear with us while we get it together. You know what I'm saying? She will be here. She fashionably late. You know what I mean? Pretty sure she's gonna make a grand entrance. But she's gonna drop some heavy gems for the family. So it'll be well worth it. It'll be well worth the wait. But again, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button. Make sure that you are subscribed to this YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live with new episodes of Sincere Love the Godcast. We broadcast on Sundays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, and our normal Black Business Showcase takes place on Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Time. So make sure you tune in, check us out. I got some other ideas floating around in my head, so I might be doing some additional broadcasts as well. I'm also looking into getting on to what's the name of that joint? Mixcloud, I think it's called. Mixcloud. I don't know if y'all familiar with that platform, Mixcloud, but I want to do some music shows as well, man. I've been having some ideas. Oh yeah, that's that ghost face. That's that ghost face. Cousin Tamisha said, I don't know karate, but I know crazy. I don't know karate, but I know crazy. Yes, that was that Martin Lawrence episode, right? That Martin Lawrence joint. Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. But yeah, the Mixcloud I was talking about. So I got a couple of music show ideas floating around in my head. I'm just trying to get it all worked out in my head. And I know on Mixcloud, you're allowed to play music. See, here on YouTube, you can't really play no music like that, especially you know, if you're trying to get your page monetized or whatever. So I'm thinking about going on over to Mixcloud. If you guys would join me on Mixcloud for some of my music content, where I get to actually play some music and talk about the history behind the music. And I'm thinking about doing like some lyrical breakdowns and things like that. And, you know, maybe just tell some stories about, you know, my experiences with the music, you know, play some stuff that, you know, has been the soundtrack to my life, and just chop it up with y'all about the music, stories behind the music, lyrical breakdowns and things of that nature. So if y'all would be interested in something like that, type of number one in the chat. If you're watching this on the replay, leave a comment inside the comment section and let me know if that would be something that you would be interested in as well. It's just something I'm thinking about right now. I haven't really worked out the whole idea in my head. Now, there's no link for it. It's just an idea in my head right now. Just something that I'm thinking about. It's just something that I'm thinking about. Okay, I got your text. I got your text. It's all good. It's all good. We straight. If you was talking about Tamisha, if you was talking about the link to the music show that I'm talking about, let me bring you back on. Yeah, there's just an idea in my head right now. I'm just kind of throwing it out there to see if people would even be interested in it. So if that's something that you think you would be interested in, just type a number one inside the chat. And again, if you are watching this on the replay, just leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. I've been checking out the comments lately. So if that's something that y'all think y'all would be interested in, just let me know. Give me some feedback. Your mic is muted.
No, duh. I said, have you ever heard of that other platform called Riff?
Riff?
Yeah,
No, I
I've
never
been
heard of
on
Riff.
it before. I'm not sure how I like it yet, but there's no censorship and stuff like that, and it's live, and it's called Riff.
It's called Riff. I gotta look into Riff.
Yeah,
Just RIFF.
yeah.
I'll see what's up with that. Yeah, I was just thinking about the Mixcloud thing.
I never
Cause I
heard
be
of that one.
I be listening to my dude Dwan B over there. He does his Incense and Ashtray show over there where he be playing music, and he even does interviews with some of the music legends and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Giving a lot of good history on the music, breaking the music down and all that. And I'm a music head myself, you know what I'm saying? And I've been wanting to do different
Clearly.
type of shows, like even like trivia shows and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'll be thinking about stuff like that. And I just know you can't really do it on YouTube. So yeah, I'll check out Riff to see what that's about as well. We ain't get no response yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
All right, no problem. No
Hope that
problem.
I
It's
just
cool.
text her.
Let me pull up another video. Take this one off. Stop sharing that. Let me pull up another video. Hopefully everything is all right with her.
Yeah, that's what I just sent to her. Hopefully everything's okay. And maybe this is just her making a grand entrance.
Hold on, that's the wrong one. Boom, boom, boom. Bear with us, family. Bear with us. We're gonna get it rocking in a minute. And
Last time I had a chat with her was around 2:30. So
okay. Okay. Are you, Peter Ogun, are you on your phone? Are you on a laptop? Well, she sounds good on my end.
me?
Yeah, he said you sound a little muffled. But you sound good on my
Right
end.
now?
Let me know how she sounds, family. Mama Love in the building. Let me know if you could hear nicely. All right. Hold on. I was looking for the other video to share. Oh yeah. Go to Chrome. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, if for any reason she's not able to make it tonight, we just gonna turn this into another episode of Sincere Love to God cast, because
yes, we can.
We definitely got a couple of things we could talk about.
Absolutely.
We definitely got a couple of things we could talk about with y'all.
We can definitely get into it, and then if she's able to get on, obviously we can roll her, segue her into it.
Yeah, for sure. We give her a couple of minutes. Let me just find another video to play real quick, and yeah, we'll see what's up after that. Where'd that video go? Okay, yeah, this is the one. This is the one right here. 1 second, family. Boom. Here we go. Again, YouTube, we do not own the rights to the music. We do not own the rights to the music. Fair use.
That's right. Come on. So if it ain't done right, it ain't done at all. That's it. Come on. Come on now. That's good stuff. Good stuff. You heard us talking about pushing the head before. That's right.
No more. Streaming my chest. What up? Yo.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Okay. All right, no doubt. Well, either way, we good to go. I appreciate you, Peter Ogun. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate y'all being patient with us, family.
Thank you. Thank
You know,
you.
this is a live show where anything can happen.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We are live and direct. But did you get a chance while we here? Did you get a chance to check out that story about the protest going on at Howard?
I believe it's Howard and I think another school as well. But yeah, I've heard about that mold and rodents and all kinds of stuff going on at this prestigious school
Man, man,
that it
I just
costs lots of money to get into.
yeah. Yeah, I just heard about it. I guess this been going on for a couple of days, but I just heard about it myself.
No,
I
I
ain't
think this
even
is more than a couple days. This has been going on maybe a few weeks.
word.
Yeah, even Yandy posted it because I believe she went there as well, but she's posted about it recently. But it's been all over Twitter for sure
Okay.
about the conditions there on campus, and you have students that basically there's leakage, there's mold, like I mean you can just see it is disgusting, and they've been basically living in those conditions for a while. Wonder why they're just bringing this up, considering this just didn't happen. So y'all bringing it up now because y'all mad about that budget cut?
Yeah, because that shit don't happen out of nowhere, right?
Yeah,
That shit don't just happen out of nowhere.
right. And
Yeah.
especially from what I'm seeing, like this is not an overnight issue. This is definitely and this has been going on for quite some time, considering the damage. And then they're talking about, fleas and rats and roaches, roach infestation, all kinds of stuff going on in these dorms.
Mm, I got the story from NBC pulled up. This is from 2 days ago. So let me read a little bit of the story. It says Howard University students protest mold, rodents in campus dorms. I definitely have been disappointed in my experience as a freshman struggling with the Washington D.C. campus's living conditions. There's actually a video here. I should see if I can pull that up. Let me see if I can pull that up.
So also campus police block students from entering the building. They've been this was 4 days ago. They've been occupying it 4 days ago, 12 days prior to that. So this has been, like I said, something that's been going on for at least a few weeks.
Okay. I've been out the loop.
Oh yeah, and I mean I can screenshot you or send you some information. Mold is starting to grow inside of some students' drawers. I mean, like it's growing, it's bubbling, it's disgusting. That stuff can make you sick, you know,
Yeah.
especially if it's growing into the walls inside of your furniture, etc. That can cause you to be sick. It's one dude who's showing his hat. I guess he had his hat sitting on the shelf. Mold started to grow into his hat, his
What kind of
snapback.
shit is that? What kind of shit is that?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it sound like y'all worried about the wrong things over there at Howard. They was complaining
right.
about Felicia Rashad, when she was
Oh,
when she had made a
right.
little statement supporting Bill Cosby when he got exonerated on those false charges they had put on him, and she had something positive to say about that, and they was trying to berate her and take away, I think she has not a tenure, but whatever standing she has with that school, you know what I'm
So is this
saying?
Ogun? So is this Ogun? Is this a little karma?
Yeah, speak on that.
Right?
Speak on that.
Like, is this a little Ogun? Is this a little karma? Again, I just I can't imagine. Mold takes time, to fester and to grow in the way that these people are showing. This is way beyond a year, of something that's been going on. Yet, Sister sister girl, we were out here talking about, our VP, who also attended that school, and everybody talking about, vote for sister girl. Were those
Mm,
conditions happening then?
mm, mm,
Why
mm.
y'all mad? It's mighty convenient that you guys are ready to talk about what's going on at this school now that that budget cut.
What's going on? What's going on, Sister Star? Appreciate you coming in the room. Just to let y'all know, those of y'all that's just joining and y'all like, what's going on? I thought this was the Black Business Showcase. Our guest has not arrived yet, and we're not sure exactly what's going on with her. Hopefully, everything is going on
Okay.
with Sister Zahalea. But yeah, this is supposed to be a special edition episode of the Black Business Showcase, and we're supposed to be chopping it up with our sister about her martial arts school that she has out there in California, and her her whole story and everything like that. And hopefully she does make it onto the broadcast. But for now, we're just gonna hold it down, and we're talking about the issue that's going on out there at Howard.
The
And so
university.
I'm gonna play this video real quick. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff. All right, appreciate y'all family joining us, tapping in with us. All right, so check this out.
Tonight, students at Howard University fed up with what they are calling unsafe living conditions. Student videos showing what appears to be pipes burst, insect infestations, and mold under beds and covering the walls.
Coughing up blood. Like, I was coughing so bad I coughed up blood. Like, coughing for hours straight.
Students we spoke with say the mold is growing throughout the halls of the university dorms in Washington, D.C.
Are you guys in the same building?
No, I live in...
You guys are in different buildings.
Yes.
Two buildings, both of you coughing up blood.
Yeah.
Both students are now living on the floors of the university cafeteria.
Come on now.
Other students sleeping outside in tents and in sleeping bags, reporting to the university and posting on social media issues ranging from Wi-Fi connection problems to insect and rat infestations, like sophomore Tia Scott.
My own room, we had a mice infestation with blood everywhere and everything. It was a horrible situation.
Scott, now among the nearly 100 who have vacated their rooms, according to the students we spoke with. She is camping outside for a second week.
Right now, sleeping in a tent outside in the cold at night, trying to study for my midterms and keep my grades up while all of this is happening.
Students now calling out the administration.
I'm paying $5,000 for mold in my dorm. I'm paying $5,000 for rats.
Even leaks in their dorm rooms.
How many students do you think then are exposed to this right now?
Hundreds.
NBC News could not confirm the number, but Howard University did not respond to our request for an interview today. Last week, the university issued a statement saying, in part, members of the administration have also toured and inspected every residence hall on campus and are addressing any documented facility issues directly with our third-party housing managers. The results of our inquiries affirm that the issues are not widespread. That hasn't been enough, though, to satisfy many students. Another one of those students, Tamira Kelly. She is a freshman from out of state. She says she has no family nearby or anywhere off campus to move.
Most of my shoes in my closet, mold on my clothes, mold in our air vents, mold on my fan. There's mold everywhere.
You were breathing mold.
Now this kind of sounds. This is ridiculous. This kind of sounds like a little bit of sabotage might even be going on.
It does sound like that to me as well.
Right.
One of the administrators also was on Twitter as well. And basically, she was even talking about how the school there hasn't been any modernization of the school. They have not upgraded anything in that school like in forever. Everything in there is pretty much old. They haven't done anything to make that school modern at all. No modern upgrade, just little details, certain things you can do with the plumbing, the paint, built-in cabinets, just everything there is old. They haven't put any money into the school itself.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. Again, I'm not even a big proponent of HBCUs per se. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really against it or anything like that, but I'm not out here pumping HBCUs, fund the HBCUs, support the HBCUs. That I just never been on that. But this does just sound kind of fishy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like a prestigious university, that's like a basic thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's a basic thing. You know what I mean? A community college that doesn't have nearly as much money as a place like that. And I'm looking over here. It says tuition for Howard is 24,966, and this was in 2020
A year.
for an academic year. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big campus. I know the area
I've
down
been.
there, is being gentrified and all around that school and all of that shit. You got all type of gentrification and shit taking place. So, is there some type of sabotage, taking place? I also know that a lot of black athletes, as of recent, have been opting to go to HBCUs.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Mm-hmm.
that brings a lot of money. That's a lot of money that gets generated to these NCAA schools. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about billions, billions. That's like the modern plantations right there. When you talk about how much revenue the basketball teams and football teams bring into these NCAA
Right.
schools. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's
Yeah, I
that's
don't think that
interesting.
it's a coincidence at all that this is happening. Especially, like I said, the budget cuts is they're definitely not saying anything directly to the administration either. If you notice, that, you know,
Mhm.
we had permanent funding one moment, and a year later we have no funding, and now we're having all these issues. And students, it looks like Skid Row out there with those tents out there and kids sleeping on the ground, like that young
But
lady
that's but
just
that's
said.
but that's part of the protest though, right? They're
Yeah,
not sleeping. Yeah,
well,
that's
they don't want to be inside. I don't want to be in a rat infested, roach infested dorm that's leaking everywhere. My stuff has been damaged. Who's going to replace that?
and that's DC. It's tight cold out there right now.
Right. Right. I've been this
Word up,
time of
mama
year.
love. Where the
I've
money
been
at?
this time of year. It was super cold. I'm in Cali, so we're not used to that kind of cold.
Where the money reside?
Where that money reside, right?
Yeah.
Well, the
All
thing
right.
is, it sounds like the money hasn't. It sounds like there has been some maldistribution of those funds. It hasn't been going into school for quite some time. They're using old antique style ACs and heating there. They have not upgraded anything. So money should have been going into school a long time ago. Now, what is the straw that broke the camel's back?
And what's gonna happen is um their flunkies are the ones that's gonna get thrown under the bus. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? The ones that's out there doing their bidding, running interference, and maintaining the status quo. Because
right.
that's the thing about a lot of these HBCUs, and why I'm not really that big on really pushing them like that, because you got a lot of our warrior scholars out here that they act like don't even exist. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And the treatment that they had of people like John Henry Clark and Dr. Ben, and you know what I'm saying? Why they don't bring some of our scholars like Professor James Smalls to none of these schools?
None
You
of
know what I'm
that.
saying? Dr. Kaba to none of these schools. You know what I'm saying? They act like these people don't even exist. So
No
we
respect.
know we know that says who's really running the show behind the scenes. And so now the people that they got out front, they the ones that's going to get thrown under the bus over this controversy. You
I
know what I'm
bet they
saying?
had Jane Elliott on over there a couple times though.
Oh yeah, getting big money,
You
getting
know what I'm
big
saying?
money.
I bet they had her on there.
Tim Wise, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
There's another
uh,
story that I wanted to.
Angela Rye and shit like that.
Well, didn't she go there?
I don't know. She might have
I
went there.
think.
She
I
might have
think
went
she.
there.
I think she went there too.
Oh, Mama Love said they funded a new building named for Chadwick Boseman. More symbolic gestures. Shout out to Chadwick though. R.P. Chadwick Boseman.
There was
Oh, Jackson
another
Harlem in the
story.
building. Appreciate you, Jackson Harlem. Appreciate you, Jackson Harlem. This is not our normal show,
No.
but I don't even know if I told you. I officially modded up Jackson Harlem and
Oh,
Viewer
you
One,
figured
so
it out?
they officially moderators in the chat. So y'all part of the team, man. We appreciate y'all help. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Being
Speaking
with
of
us as we grow.
running interference, our brother Raheem Shabazz shared a story yesterday about Atlanta citizens confronting Kasim Reed at a mayoral
Yeah,
function.
yeah.
How they're getting people out of their homes. That's been there 30 plus years after a promise. that wouldn't happen, trying to find them $200 a day, just making up bogus fees over code violations after a really bad storm. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And these people have been, a lot have been forced out of their homes after being there for years. One lady that got up and did the most talking, like she said, my husband worked for the city, retired for the city. You came to our neighborhood. I talked to you directly, and you told me this wouldn't happen. I actually voted for you, and here you are again asking us for our vote again, yet you're doing this.
Yeah, because he's not the mayor right now. The mayor is still Keisha Bottoms.
Right,
You
but
know,
he's running.
she's on her way out the door, but yeah, he's running. So yeah, it's not a
And
good
guess where
look.
he's sitting at? I believe they're sitting inside of a black church.
Of course.
Yeah, he's sitting inside of a black church, asking black people to vote for you, yet you with a black face smiled in their face, and these people are losing everything that they've worked for and built. Who wants to pay a mortgage for 30 years? They was probably paid off and then be told you have to leave.
Crazy.
It's crazy. And what she was saying, I believe it's some builders out there, investors, I guess, trying to take over that area and build some other
Gentrifiers.
things. Yeah. So it's based off gentrification, and it's sad. Like when I looked at that story and I showed it to my mom, like I got teary eyed. I'm like, these are elders. They can't start over. They shouldn't have to start over. And here you are talking about get this ballot and vote for me. I'm going to do this for you. You lied to me once. So I have to only believe you'll lie to me again.
I'm pulling up the video right now.
Yeah, that really broke my heart, to see that woman, and you can just hear the hurt, and anger in her voice, that she had to even address that man like that. I was actually disappointed that it wasn't more people in that church that filled it up to get on his head about that.
Because people don't be knowing, you know what I'm saying? The media
Yeah,
keeps stuff quiet. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of older people in the church who's not really in tune with social media like that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why they go there. They go to the most, I hate to say it like that, but the most sleep
right,
sections of black society. You know what I'm saying? They go to the
right.
sheep. You know what I mean? Just like a damn goat herder. All right,
It made me so sad. I'm like, you know what? And again, we hear all our lives, pull yourselves up by your bootstraps and all this stuff. And I believe
yeah.
this one here is about the story of the police officer that shot that brother 76 times,
Oh,
being
that's the wrong one.
finally being charged. Yeah,
Okay, hold on. My bad. That's the wrong one. Oh yeah, okay. From the Jamarian Robinson joint.
yeah,
Okay, yeah. This our brother. Shout out to
right
Raheem
there.
Shabazz. Raheem Shabazz is going to be a guest on the show in a couple of weeks as well. So shout out to
Yeah,
Raheem Shabazz, filmmaker, um, journalist. Check out the documentary series Elementary Genocide as well. Make sure y'all check that out. You know what I mean? And make sure y'all tune in when we have the brother on the Black Business Showcase as well. You said you saw it? Okay. I was going to bring up that Kyle Rittenhouse joint too.
oh, that's a big one because that's gonna set a precedent.
Is this Raheem? I mean,
Right there. That's it.
yeah.
That's the form right there.
Okay. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me unmute. Y'all can see it, right?
I'm sorry. I've got to leave. We had to stop at 7:15.
Okay. All right. Well, if you would write your question down, we'll get it to the candidates. As well.
I'll stay and listen to your question.
Okay, you can ask
you
after.
convey
Do you have time? Do you want to make a closing statement
Excuse
real
me.
quick as you walk out?
Excuse me. Before you leave, Mary, before you leave.
Okay, let's remember to be respectful of everybody, please.
You was not going to let me ask my question.
Oh, okay.
So I'm asking him before you leave. Okay? Before you leave. My name is Bertha. My husband is Robert Darden. We are the last homes, the last house, I put it like that, of the flood victims that you called us in 2013. And you came out in a Winnebago to address the flood victims, to assure us that we would not have to leave our homes, we would not have to move out of our homes, and we would not be displaced. Those are the words that came out of your mouth to me and my husband. 30 years, retired citizen of the city of Atlanta. And you told us, point blank, and I said, Mayor Reed, you said we would not have to move out of our home. And I said, I'm going to hold you to that. I said, I'm going to hold you to that. I did just like I'm doing now. I said, I'm going to hold you to that. Mayor Reed, few years later, we get letters saying, we want to buy your house. I said, buy the house? You just told us we didn't have to move out of our house. Tanya Washington house never flooded. But our house, basement flooded. And you said we'll never have to move. And then we get sued. The code inspectors come out trying to find fault to condemn our house. To force us, saying that if this is not done, and that is not done, they're going to charge us $200 a day until it's done, or else within 30 days, you will be evicted under your administration. Now, Mary, I trusted you. I voted for you when you was mayor. And then for your administration to come in our community to force families out of their homes by using eminent domain. And then come
that
to find
time
out
again.
after we went to court, they withheld evidence that we could have used to resolve it, but then sent the documents after the city ruled in favor of taking our home. Took a name off the deeds to our home. And here we are, seniors. Where are we gonna live? Where are we gonna stay? But you told us we didn't have to move out of our home. You was working on a short-term and long-term plan. That's what you told us. And then your engineers lied. They lied in court. Your engineers lied in court. Because we hired an engineer, 40-year experienced engineer, went through those documents, found the evidence under your administration. So, Kasim Reed, I want to know why you're trying to get back in office again. To lie some more?
Right.
To lie some more? Because we have heard all the lies we can from you and your administration. And it's not right. And it's not right. And it's not right. And like I told you before, when in this case, it's going to be divine exposure for you.
Amen.
And my question is,
Man. Ooh, that shit
Wow.
pissed me off.
And look at his face. He had no expression. He was no, like, he could have said something, ma'am, I apologize. That slipped through the cracks. I wasn't aware, I don't know. Something, but he just sat there like.
Hey, yo, first of all, shout out to black women.
Right.
Brothers, if you ain't got you a sister like that riding with you, you need to get you another one. You know what I'm saying? Because the husband wasn't going to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? The husband was going to just let him walk out. That woman was like, hold up, Mayor Reed, before you leave. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man,
Just the conviction, in her voice, and just to have that man sit there who lied in your face when he came and asked for your vote, and he sided with, big money, and not the people that he was supposedly there to represent. And again, that goes back to all kinfolk. We cannot vote for people based on because they share the same skin tone as we
That's
do.
your mama,
You know,
nigga.
yeah,
That's your mama.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And they already drugged this man through the mud with the controversy that he went through down
Hmm.
here. And so
Oh,
now
really?
you back on the scene. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, because a lot of times they like to do that. When we think about with COINTELPRO, they
Hmm.
always like to use niggas that they had something over their head. You know what I'm saying? They always find
Oh,
people that they can hold something over their head, like, you know, we could have did you worse than that. You know, we still
right.
got this over here that we could ruin you. You know what I'm saying? So people still believe in you. Why don't you get on out there, go back and run for mayor? We're gonna support you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We breaking our other tool over here, Keisha Bottom. She getting up out the paint, but we need another black face on the scene that the people could trust. So you owe us a favor, Mayor Reed.
But
You owe us a favor.
with something like this being shared around, social media, he's damaged goods then, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, that thing make its rounds because right now, you know what I'm saying. Somebody like Raheem Shabazz sharing it, we gonna see it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
share it.
But are they talking about it on the Breakfast Club? You know what I'm saying? Is
No.
Joy Reid going to talk about this? You know what I'm
You know
saying?
how they do. You know how they do. Once the new black media makes something popping, they'll talk about it later. I've noticed their little game as well. Once we make something pop, all of a
That's
sudden they want to address it and throw their own spin on it because again, they're taking their cues from new black media. Period.
absolutely. After they don't have no choice, they like, all right, we got to
Absolutely.
talk about it, and then they're
Hmm.
gonna try to put a spin on it and make it seem like it ain't what it is. Just
It ain't
like,
what it is, or they broke the story. No, you didn't.
mm-hmm. Word up, word up. But shout out to Raheem Shabazz, man. Again, y'all make sure y'all tune in. I don't know what the date is, but he's going to be on the show as well. And
November 11th.
okay, that's November. Okay, so that's coming up
November
soon. That's
11th.
that's
Couple
like
weeks.
couple
2
couple of
weeks.
weeks, couple of
Hmm.
weeks. And tomorrow, family, is our regular broadcast for the Black Business Showcase. And we got our brother Karan Joseph Riley. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, same time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. We got Karan Joseph Riley, former NFL player, current actor, producer, author, public speaker, just an all-around good guy. You know what I'm saying? One of the few um, entertainers in on the mainstream industry who still got his soul, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Who still got a backbone, you know what I mean? He's a real brother,
National.
solid brother, you know what I'm saying? So he gonna be on here tomorrow chopping it up with us. So make sure y'all tune in. I don't know what happened tonight with our sister. We
I
gonna
don't
check and
either.
make sure everything is good with her.
Yeah, I'll keep checking in. And again, I apologize to our audience. We were definitely looking forward to having her on. She does have a
Well,
family, and again, I hope everything is okay. And I will definitely be checking in with her and keep you guys updated. Um, can we get into little baby white supremacist Rittenhouse? Ain't that his last
oh
name?
yeah, oh yeah, oh
And
yeah.
this judge,
That judge over there is on code like a motherfucker, ain't? Is it a
teen white
female judge or a
supremacy.
man judge? I
It's a
think it's a
male.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's they showed his picture. It's a male judge, and basically he said that the victims cannot be referred to as victims. They have to be referred to as looters
And
um,
rioters.
and rioters.
Terms that are usually reserved for black people.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And that was out there in Oregon where there wasn't really a lot of black people that was out there
right.
during that uprising. It's not really a lot of black people
Mm.
in Oregon, period. It's more than I
No,
thought. But it's not that many black people. That's historically been like
the
a
sundown
white
town.
enclave. Yeah,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It was actually created to be a white oasis. A lot of people that don't
Right.
know the history out there in Oregon. Um, during the Reconstruction era. I could have the time frame mixed up, but I think it was during the Reconstruction era. They were sending out like brochures all around Europe, inviting white people to come over and move to Oregon. There was going to be no black people there. All the black people that lived there, that had land there, they had a certain amount of time to get out the state, to leave all their possessions and everything behind. and they ran all the black people out of there, and they were supposed to be creating a white oasis, which it became and stayed that way for a very long time. To this day, there's very few black people out there. Most black people is on the football team. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Morgan
or in
State.
some federal prison or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Kyle Rittenhouse, Killer Kyle, who how many people did he kill?
Two
people?
Yeah, two white males. I think they were Black Lives Matter protesters or something like that. He was out there. Now they're claiming that he was out there to hunt. And so the reason why he had a gun in the first place and used the gun to cross state lines was because he was out hunting. Now,
it was supposed to be some type of initiation.
Right. I'm not a hunter. But I didn't think that you use AR-15s to hunt. Am I correct?
It depends on what you're hunting.
Well, it's Oregon, and you're at a Black Lives Matter protest, so you weren't hunting at the time. There's also video of you carrying the gun, walking right past law enforcement after shooting people, and they did nothing.
Yep.
You know, so what are we going to do about that video? Are they going to say that's not admissible in court? Like, how are we going to sugarcoat this?
That judge is super on code.
Super.
He's letting it be known he's team white supremacy. This is going to be the I'm white and I say so, and they're going to do everything that they can to give this dude a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying?
And guess what? We can't say that it was, they're going to say, well, you can't say that it was racially motivated because he killed two white people. You know what I'm saying? And also, keep in mind, white people, specifically the Christian white church, helped raise that $2 million bond for him as well.
Absolutely. And yeah, the fact that he killed two white people means nothing because that's part of the code of white supremacy as well, is you punish those when they that get off the code. Those that get off the code, they have strict punishment for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so this was definitely some type of initiation that the kid was going through, and he's not a kid. My bad. This man was going through some type of initiation to become a part of one of these groups. I was about to say that it came out that something about the Oath Keepers, but that was from the insurrection.
But remember, he was out somewhere after posting bail. He was out somewhere in a bar. You're underage, so why are you allowed to be in the bar? And he had some white supremacist shirt that said something on there, basically saying, I'm going to get away with it. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people that I'm aligned with. And the prosecution tried to get his bail violated and get him rearrested. Judge is like, no, we're not going to do that.
I saw that too. Yep, I saw that too.
Like when I say on code, and again, my whole thing is it's messed up no matter how you look at it, because I believe that if there's consequences for violating the law. At the same time, I feel like this is just one more reason for us to make sure that we're on code, right?
Absolutely.
Because understand, see how what they're willing to do to remain on code, no matter how evident it is, no matter the evidence, no matter how blatant the lie is or the truth is, we're on code. Yet we're still looking around, and can't get it together. Like, we got to get on code.
Be a black person, we be the first one. Well, he shouldn't have did that, or he shouldn't have been. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, shut your ass up, man.
Right. You imagine a 17-year-old black kid, that shot two people, and why was he out there? Well, he was hunting. That Negro wasn't hunting, and he know dang on well he wasn't supposed to be out there. Like, we would be saying this, those things. We wouldn't come to his defense. Case in point, the kid in, was it Houston or was it Dallas, where they claimed it was a school shooting, but it wasn't really a school shooting?
I think that was in Houston.
I believe it was in Houston as well, where this young man was being bullied, by two males. And one of the males that was coming to the school bullying him didn't even attend the school. I believe he was a 19-year-old that was showing up to the school and happened to be on campus that day. Now, he did shoot two people. No one died, and he was able to get a bail, and there is an uproar about it. Not only are white people that he got a bail, you hear black folks talking this mess. And I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
like, if y'all don't share
Mm-hmm.
the like, just don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I seen black people all over Twitter,
Yeah,
so calling it a school shooting and all that. Oh, we got our
yeah.
first black school shooter. I'm like, how
And
could
it
this is
wasn't
not
that.
this is not a school shooting. The
It
kid
was
got
not.
jumped. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a school shooting. We talk about school shooting. These are random acts of violence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where they just go in there to shoot up the school. They don't care who get hit, who get killed.
And
This
that
kid
wasn't
was more or less defending himself.
he was. And should he have had a gun at school? Maybe not. At the end of the day, he was scared,
Mm-hmm.
and he was getting bullied on a daily basis. And in his mind, I'm going to do something to preserve my life or get these people off of me. And maybe his intent was really to scare them and
Mm-hmm.
not shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the gun went off. Thank God no one, was hurt or gravely hurt, I should
And he's a
say.
child. He's a
But
he's a
he's a child.
child. His mind is still developing. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they have laws where you're not allowed to buy alcohol or buy cigarettes and stuff like that at a certain age because you're not able to make fully rational decisions until your
Right,
brain is fully developed. He's not at that stage yet. So he made an
right,
irrational decision like kids do. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
And in this case, this is a teenager. He
Hmm.
is a kid, and he was scared. He was being bullied on a daily basis. We're not talking about this adult that was coming up on campus. You didn't belong here. You didn't belong here. Why are you here?
Exactly. And then yeah, I seen they was upset because they had a little party for him when he came home and all of that. But man, you know what I'm saying? It could have been a lot worse for that kid, man. You know what I'm saying? They was happy to see their loved one back home safe. You know what I mean? Turn up. I ain't mad. She hitting you up? I see
Yeah,
you. Yeah?
yeah, yeah. She just hit me.
Okay.
She's
She
going to
good?
hit the link. Yeah, she about to hit the link.
Oh, so she's gonna come in.
Yeah, a
All right,
little late,
cool.
but
Oh,
hey,
it's all good. It's all good.
we'll
It's all
take it.
good.
We'll take it.
Yep. All right, bet. So let me get the share screen back up. All right, family. So our guest will be arriving shortly. We appreciate y'all sticking around with us. This is a special edition of Sincere Love the Godcast, the Black Business Showcase. And we got Professor Zahalea about to join us momentarily. So share this out, family. Hit the
Hold on
like
just a second.
button.
I'm gonna hit
Share
mute.
this
She's
out.
calling me.
Okay. Take you off the screen. Um, Share this out, hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, put this on your social medias, and get ready for this interview because it's about to go down. Yes, I'm glad our sister is okay. I'm glad our sister is okay. They're gonna make it. Um, I'm just gonna get my screens together, so I could be ready. Actually, I don't need to pull that back up because I already showed y'all the video. So make sure I got the website ready. All right, cool. All right, cool. So we good to go here. We good to go here. You talking to me? Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted.
All right, she's about to tap in. She actually missed up the time, so she thought it was 8 hour time.
I didn't even think about that one. I didn't even
Yeah,
think
and I was
about
like,
that one.
no, I said he's Eastern, so yeah. But she's like, I'm sorry, I'm on my way right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's understandable.
Yeah,
I've done that plenty of times with the BWO shit because they be on Central Time.
right.
And speaking about that, I missed the Bizco class yesterday. Did you get to
I didn't
tap
get
in with the
into that
Bizco?
was a Q&A one. I didn't get in that one yesterday either.
Oh, that was the Q&A. I thought it
It
was
was a
the
Q&A.
I thought it was the actual when they was building the website. Maybe that's today. Maybe that's today.
Mhm.
But I definitely got to catch those replays because I see that there are definitely some people in need of some web pages, and
If that's your thing,
I'm ready to provide
I'm gonna
that
need it in a
service
minute when I get my little butters together.
for sure.
I just actually got some labels and stuff ordered. They just shipped, so
What you talking about? What you talking about? Audience don't know what you talking about. What you talking about?
My Tanae Medley body butter.
Tanae
All
Medley.
Tanae Medley.
Okay.
That's the name of it. And I do organic body butters.
Coming soon,
Coming
family.
soon. Your body will feel so good. And also I'll be doing some body scrubs as well. So a couple things coming, maybe some lip balms.
Coming soon. Coming soon. Y'all stay tuned, man. This is the Black Business Showcase.
It is, and I mean, how can we be showcasing business yet not trying to do business, right? At the
Exactly.
end of the day, it's very important that we utilize whatever talents we have because we all have something. If you got your grandmother's, cake recipe, guess what? That's a business. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Put grandma's cake recipe to business, sell cakes. People want birthday cakes or, for holidays, etc. That's still something that you can monetize. So there's different things that we all can do. We just got to tap into it. And honestly, I needed this, honestly, to give me my push as well. To be honest, it pretty much lit a fire under me a bit more too, because I was kind of, you know, I'm doing it. Like I have a garage full of it made and stuff, but I was just like, oh, I'll put it away, sending them to Vegas to my daughter and sister and stuff like that, you know, and family members, because I really wanted people to test it out first, my neighbors, and get their feedback. So that part
Yeah,
is good.
man. And that's a good point, man, because a lot of times that's exactly
Excuse
what it is. We all, like she said, we all have our own gifts, we all have our own talents, and we all have something that we can do that can be a stream of income for us. But a lot of times we don't even, we be sleeping on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we be sleeping on ourselves. We might do something well, but we don't think much of it because it's us doing it. It's something that you've always done. It comes so natural to you. You don't think much of it. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing and understanding that there's other people out there that see value in it because they can't do it. They can't do what you do. They don't have that gift. They don't have that talent. They don't have that information, that know-how, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, people are not even aware of what their gifts or their talents may be. You know what I'm saying? But just think about the thing that people always call you for.
Right.
What is it that people always hit you up for when they need help with something? You know what I'm
Me,
saying?
makeup.
Right? Right? It might be advice. You might be that person that everybody always leaning on for advice. You give good advice. You know what I'm saying? That's a business. You know
It
what I'm
is.
saying? So think about those things, the simple things that your family, your friends, and everybody always they come to you. They don't go to nobody else in the circle. When it
Right.
comes to this one thing, they always come to you. That's your gift right there.
Well,
If you
now, not loans are not a gift because some people only come to you for a loan.
unless you're gonna be a loan shark.
Right. Right. I'm gonna plug up my ring light. It's getting dark.
All right, no doubt. Yeah. So yeah, man. Don't sleep on yourself. Don't sleep on your natural gifts and your natural talents. And just think of creative ways. Right now, it's so easy. It's much easier for us with social media, right? You know what I'm saying? You got a phone in your hand majority of the day anyway. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing for you to turn that camera on and record yourself doing whatever it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? Hit up people, figure out how you edit those videos, how you post the videos, make it look better. You know what I'm saying? Take a class if you need to. Take a course. There's a lot of online courses out there where you could develop your business acumen, things of that
Mhm.
nature. But we definitely all should be trying to find ways to have more than one stream of income and not just relying on your 9 to 5 job for your daily, everyday bread, because you never know what could happen. We all should definitely
Mhm.
understand that now after going through these last 2 years with the pandemic and all of that,
Right.
that,
Right.
ain't really no job security out here. You know what I'm saying? And
Of
so
course.
definitely got to start thinking in that way. Okay, I see the
Yeah.
professor backstage. Um,
Yay.
I don't know if you can hear me, Professor Zahalea. Your camera is not on yet. Hit your camera and your microphone. Okay, okay, okay. I think she's about ready for us. She's backstage right now, family. So, all right, get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm gonna let my sister Nicely do the intro since this is her home girl right here. You
My
know what I'm saying?
sister.
Let us know who we about to be blessed with on today's episode of the Black Business Showcase.
Well, today's episode, special episode, Wednesday night special episode, is going to be featuring my sister, the queen of Sanaka. What is it? How you say it? See, now I got nervous. But
Take
anyway,
your
the
time, take your
queen,
time,
the
take your time.
queen herself will be gracing us, talking about her business. Without further ado, Long Beach finest, Professor Zahalea. Professor
Yes,
Zahalea.
man. Yes, man.
Peace,
Hey,
peace.
hey, she
Peace.
rolling. She rolling.
Peace.
Hey, how you doing?
How
Welcome.
are you?
I'm glad to be here.
How are you? I
I'm
see
doing
you out and
good. I'm
about.
doing good. I'm glad you
I
hit
see
me
you out
up.
and about.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
y'all on the
about,
phone? Are
it's
y'all on the
we
phone with
can
each other?
talk. I am on with each other? No, I'm on the stream you gave me through the email.
Oh, because I'm hearing an echo when Nicely talks.
Okay. Wear your jacket.
I can turn down my Bluetooth
You
in my
can hear your
car. Testing,
please.
testing.
Listen,
Oh, that might be it. That might be it.
please.
Let me see.
Look, someone
Is that
wants to say
better?
hi. Hey, Sean.
Peace, young
Yes,
king.
hey. Man, look
How
at
are
you
you?
grown. How you doing?
Good to you?
Oh wait,
I
can't see
can't
him
see
now.
it. Where you
Right.
go? Yeah, there you go. What's going on? How you been?
Yep. I'm good. How about you? I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I miss you.
Miss
It's
you
good to see your
too.
face.
Miss you too.
Hopefully I'll see you
You
back on the map soon.
right.
Yes. What is that? A stash? Wait
Yeah.
a minute. What are we working with here? We got a
Trying.
stash
I'm
going
trying.
on?
I'm trying.
I remember when this kid had his baby face. Oh, look
I
at
still
you.
got
You're all
it.
grown now. I'm proud of
I
you.
still got it.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
still take care of your mom and your grandma. You hear me? Yes, sir.
He done walked away, girl. He going to a basketball game.
He grown
So
now. He probably got a girlfriend now.
Hi,
It's funny
sweetheart.
seeing these children, when they're little, and then I see
Right.
them grown up and bloom into these beautiful beings. It makes me proud to see like how they started and where they are now. It's like
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm Auntie Shihan sometimes with them. Shihan,
Absolutely.
Professor, Sensei, Zahelia, Empress, Queen,
All that.
whatever you want the title to be, wife, mother, Zahelia.
Right.
That's
All
what it
that.
comes
All
down
that.
to.
All that. Do me a favor, Sister Zahalia. If you can, turn your phone sideways, put it on landscape mode, and we'll be able to see you a little bit better on the screen. Now, are you guys getting the echo on your end?
Yes.
You hear the echo too?
Yes.
I don't
Let
know
me
what that's
see.
about.
Let me check. How is it
All
now?
right, I turned off my Bluetooth. How we doing now?
Okay. Fine. No echo.
Okay, yeah,
There's
that's
no
better.
echo anymore.
That's better. That's better.
Okay, I
All
just can't
right.
hear you guys. Just gotta go up loud on me. I don't have no speaker here. I'm not sure what's going
Can
on.
you hear me?
I can hear you
Was
guys
that good?
faint. Like I don't have
What about now?
a
Let me turn up my mic.
speaker part.
I only got one
But I
mic.
can hear you.
How's it now?
We can
You can hear me?
adjust. We can hop into it. It's all good.
All
We're gonna
right.
make it do what it do. We're gonna make it do what it do.
Yes.
All right. So, you are, I believe, the only, right? I'm gonna say maybe the only black-owned or martial art business in the Long Beach, specifically the Long Beach area, right?
Yes, I am the leading female practitioner of Sanukus Rue over here in Long Beach, California. I have been in the system my whole entire journey of this here martial art. My father happens to be my instructor, so
Mm,
you kind of born into something. When you
mm.
try to make sense of it and let it become your own is when the journey really started. When I wanted to do it for self. And so when Self said, get it together, it was like a
Right.
roundup. I say like when puberty hit, probably around
Right.
Ty's age, things start changing. People start talking to you differently. Men, women,
Mhm.
it don't matter. So I just felt like I had to um, take advantage of a blessing that was sitting right in front of me, and I did so, and I'm glad that I did because I
When
would
did
be
you
a
fall
whole
in
nother
love with it?
being without the martial arts in my bloodstream. Very grateful to
When
be a
did you fall in
martial
love with
artist.
it?
Very grateful to be a black woman martial artist. It is definitely not easy, but it is very beneficial. And I really, really wish that a lot of people would tap into it, men and women and children, because these days and times that we are living in now are worse than what we've ever been through. Well, we've been through a lot worse, but here we are
Well,
in this
in
type
our
of world,
lifetime,
2020. Huh?
in our lifetime, these are definitely the most interesting times, probably since all of us have been on the planet.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
For
This
our
is the most
generation.
interesting time. A lot of things have been shifting and twisting during the shift, and it's not as smooth as we thought it would be. You
I
know,
like to refer to it as the labor pains. You know what I'm saying? It's,
labor
it's gonna it's gonna be beautiful on
pains.
the other side.
Yeah, labor pains of
Mhm.
having about quadruplets or sextuplets type of labor pains. Yeah, let's put it in. Let's put it in like that.
So, Professor Zahalia, can you explain your system, Sanuka's Ryu Jiu-Jitsu? Why is it different than regular Jiu-Jitsu or karate or any of the other systems?
The majestic system of Sanukashu Jiu-Jitsu is it comes from struggle.
Okay.
Sanukas was created through the struggle of the men back in those days of Dr. Moses Powell, who was the founder and the creator of Sanukas. And you're looking at the times around the 60s, right? So what were they going through in those times? Some of them just got back from the war. Their mental wasn't in order. Then they come back home and they still got to sit in the back of the bus. They got, like a certain
Hmm.
things, that was happening then. So these men had to figure out how to survive in these streets and to protect their streets, to protect their blocks. So what he has come to create Sanukas, um, Dr. Moses Powell put everything in Sanukas. Before it was called Sanukas, it was called Self-Defense Complete, meaning you had all the tools that you needed: karate, boxing, aikido, judo, Muay Thai, everything, weaponry, traditional and hood, because they from the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, um, him and the other gentleman, the pioneers that kept watering Sanukas to its, and it's still being watered. Sanukas is a never non, it's a nonstop growing plant, I guess you can say. And
so
I
so we
am blessed and highly favored to be a part of it, to now being able to express it through my eyes and my heart of how I see Sanukas. And with Sanukas Ryu Jiu Jitsu, I am having myself, with it being raw life defense, which is a Sanukas Ryu Jiu Jitsu system. Raw life comes from my being, of how I see my vision in the world, of how I am as a martial artist, as a mother, as a wife, as a sister, as a black woman living in America, and so on and so forth, and still knowing my ancestral realms and paying homage to our ancestral realms, and still respecting the culture, because the culture is what's very imperative. And I always want to give thanks for where I come from, even though people are trying to tell us that we were never existed in those
Where
times. So
you
you got to
from?
keep to the truth, to let the children
Mm.
to let the children understand where we come from. And when you look at it, when it comes down to it, when we bear our children, right, Shamika, we they first instructors. We teach
Yeah.
them everything. We give them the starter packet on how to do the most simplistic things that take them on for the rest of their days of their life, right?
Right.
So I feel it is my purpose, it is my duty to be able to use those tools as a mother would, because we're nurturing creatures, yes, and take it and put it into the martial arts and into the self-defense to get these children, men and women. I teach everyone on how
Yes.
to get their mind, body, and spirit together for this war that we have been in for the longest time.
I'm glad you said that. This war that we're still in for the longest time.
This is not a drill.
This is not a drill. Right.
This ain't
Right.
no, this isn't a drill. This is, and it's sad, but I'm still not going to give up because there's a lot of work to do. We've been through a
Right.
lot, so there's got to be a lot of patience and a lot of consistency, consistency to commit to be able to be consistent. You got to commit to be consistent because that ain't
True.
easy.
That's a word.
What are you gonna do every day? How you gonna, that's where the discipline comes in with the martial arts. You get up every day, you study, you work on your craft to become a better person, to become a better
Yeah.
martial artist. And I'm saying a better person because being in the martial arts is just not physical. It's mind, body, and spirit. You can't have one without the other. So that's the beauty of being in the martial arts. Now you gotta know where you're at. You know what I'm saying? It's got real commercial. It's got a lot of people don't live the Bushido code anymore. I hear a lot of my elders, and they're right. They're like, shit done changed. It ain't like it
Right.
used to be. If they used to really train
Mm-hmm.
the way they were trained, there'd probably be abuse now. But that got them to where they are. You know what I'm saying? And I know when I was getting trained, it wasn't easy. It definitely wasn't easy for me either because one, I'm a woman. I was the only woman on the mat at that. And then I just happened to be the daughter of the instructor at that. And then I happened to be a black woman at that. How many strikes is that against to
Man.
somebody right now?
Man,
Right.
man,
You know
Right.
what I
man,
mean? But I
man,
turned
man.
all them strikes and I turned it into positivity. I made it work for me. I reeled and made my own recipe. And I'm eating good.
You know what? You
I
know what I
love it.
love too? Because, we always, one thing that we as a people don't traditionally have anymore is passing down something, right? Like your father passed something down to you. Of course, the urban school of self defense was something that you kind of, inherited from him and kept that
Generational
going.
wealth.
Yeah, and it's just a beautiful to me. It's a beautiful story because again, he's an older man now, grandfather. All these things, and the fact that
It's
you were
trippy that
able
his
to
birthday
take
is
that
today.
over. Yeah,
His birthday is today. Shout out to Pops
Oh,
Wasalam.
happy birthday to
happy
Pops.
birthday,
You know,
happy
and
birthday,
it's so
Pops. Look,
surreal because you know yesterday he had a stroke
no,
and today's
I
his
hope
birthday.
everything's okay. I hope
So I
everything
was
is
telling my
okay.
students last night how time
It's not promised.
could be on your side. How time
Mhm.
you need to really take advantage of it and not waste a moment of it because you can't get it back. He's
Right,
doing
Mm.
fine. Trust me. No, he's
amen.
okay. He's okay.
Good.
He's a strong brother, my father.
Yeah.
Yes, but it really put time into perspective with me.
Right.
So it's like you can't. Oh, I'll wait till tomorrow. Oh, I'll start in the first of the month. No, just start now. You ain't got
Right
to
now.
start nothing and wait till the first. The first might not be there. You might
Right.
have other bills to be taken care of the first, just to give it back to the bank, so they give it back to you, so you can go spend it back and give it back to the bank.
You better say that. This is the Black
Right.
Business Showcase. You better say that.
So all
Wait,
we
wait,
doing
you
is
got
moving
bars
in.
now?
You know what I mean? So
You-
and the beauty of it, like you were saying, to pass down things to the next
Yeah, I
generation,
love that.
so they can be able to not have to do all these trip back and forth with the bank. That they
Yeah,
do this within self, and they do this with their own community, just like everybody else is doing. They're
yeah,
working through their own circle to make sure that the own circle and the heritage be good. Yes.
right.
Indeed.
So
Absolutely.
that's what we need to do and be mindful of that. Is yes, what to pass down, how to pass down. Now some people may not know, right?
Yeah,
So we
we
can't
weren't
fault
taught
them
a
for
lot.
that. But we can fault the ones who are not trying to seek and search for it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference. So when people try
Absolutely.
to come to the martial arts, I say, what's your purpose here? What would you like to accomplish? What are your goals? Are you here for the hobby? You love kung fu flicks and you just want to move, like, keep it one. So I know that I can help you get to where you're trying to go. Yeah, are you going for
Well,
self defense, or you want to go for sports and go with trophies? Then that we're not that one for you,
right.
because Sanuka Stru Jiu-Jitsu was created off of struggle. It is self defense. We're not here to play and do patty cake. I'm trying to get in and get out, knowing that there's no referee, knowing that nobody may not or may have my back. You might have a crew, but when it's time to really be around with the crew, who's gonna be with the crew? You
Right.
gotta just understand that you might be by yourself.
Man,
You
So,
gonna have to
how
man.
know what to
essential to
do
you?
in the heat of the moment. And that's the part some people don't seem to understand. You can have all the beautiful technique, you can have all the, because martial
The
arts
no
is
heart.
beautiful, but yet it's deadly.
Hmm.
Jiu-jitsu means gentle art, right? Where the gentle part go? Like, let's not lose that part. That's why I feel so good when I move, because in the divine femininity that I have within, I keep it light yet rooted. I continue to strive to be light and rooted, to be soft and strong. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, it's not easy, but it's very beneficial. So you can be able to walk down the street, knowing that you might have more of a chance of surviving an assault or a rob, or somebody snatching your pocketbook or something like that, than to someone who's not trained.
Ain't
You're
nobody
still
snatching
gonna
your
get a more
pocketbook.
of an advantage if you've had some type of background,
Ain't
right? You
nobody
can't
snatching your
hold mace in your
pocketbook, sis.
purse or hold the little blades. And if you never practice with it, it does not belong to you. So if you whip it out, well, first you got to go search through your pocketbook to go find it, because you never really drilled on where to get it out from, and hope that again it doesn't turn around against you. You know what I'm saying? So martial arts helps you with mind, body, and spirit to keep it 100 with yourself. I've had so many truth moments that I now at 41, I'm in the most divine frequency of self and truth that I have worked so hard for. And I am not switching it up for nobody, because this right now feels so good. It is like orgasmic. You understand what I'm saying? To
Mm.
be a free spirited minded woman with a soul, knowing where she comes from, knowing where she's at, and knowing where she needs to continue to strive to get to.
Amen.
I love that. I love it. I love it. And you just said so much. What was your question, Nicely, before I even asked
No, I
my
was going
question?
to ask you, can you tell us how essential it is to learn self-defense? Man, woman, and
I
child,
think she covered that a
family,
little bit.
etc. How essential, especially in these times, is it for all of us to know some form of self-defense?
I love how you said essential, because during the pandemic, I was a non essential business.
Mm. Mm.
So,
Mm.
I felt like I was, it was essential,
Right.
and because during, the hard part of the pandemic, when we were all trying to figure it out and everybody's buying paper towels and whatnot, like, people were not in their, you know, in the right mindset. You guys, excuse me. I'm looking out. Always watching my
That's a
back, as you
Yeah,
can
definitely
see.
watch your back. Definitely watch your back out there.
But martial arts self-defense, if this is what you're searching for, is very essential. It makes you have a certain confidence and comfort that you have more, or maybe more of an advantage to take care of yourself in the heat of the moment when that heat comes your way. You understand what I'm saying? Because we practice, we drill. They say drills make skills. Like, all of that is true. And the more that you practice, the more you build the confidence of doing the steps, doing the moves, doing the technique, doing the combative situations, how to hold a knife, how to hold a pen like a knife, how to hold the phone like a pen like a knife, and still do penetration and friction with somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Because it takes you to other portals if you do enough. If you do enough, you'll start to tap in and see other dimensions of where you came from. it's very essential because I know, and I can say this because I live in my truth, that if something was to happen to my family and that I will guarantee that I will sacrifice my life to take care of my family and I will let y'all know that I will not be the one only having the funeral if it
Right.
comes down to that. But I know that I and other like-minded people like myself can honestly say that because we put in the work. We put
Mm-hmm.
in the work. We put in the blood, we put in the sweat, we put in the tears, we put in the more tears, the more blood. We put it in. That's why martial arts is here for so many years. And I'm still a rookie in the game.
No,
Still,
you're not.
still a rookie, a seventh degree. I'm still a youngster. But I tell you what, I've earned my seat on the panel with my elders and my peers.
Absolutely.
I may be the youngest on that panel. You understand? But I've earned my spot because I know I put in the work and they see
Right.
it too. And that's why they respect it. The ones
Listen,
Also,
who don't
last,
family,
respect it.
go
I
ahead.
The
need y'all
ones
to
who
hit the
don't
like
respect
button.
it, respect
I'm
it too.
sorry. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm
I
sorry,
just
sir.
I'm
Yes.
getting a little excited over here. Am I the only one that got chills and goosebumps while she's speaking? I need y'all to hit the like button. This is an exciting show already. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
I'm
up.
loving
Big
your spirit,
thanks.
sister. I'm loving your
I
spirit.
told you.
I'm always I feel so empowered when I know that I'm in the presence of somebody who is living in their purpose and walking in their purpose and understands exactly who they are in their fullness and is able to express it in such a clear and concise way. So thank you for being with us today. I definitely appreciate your presence
Oh,
for
I give
sure.
thanks to you for bringing this out. Let me tell you, Shamika knows. She's seen some of my struggle in there, getting ready to
Oh,
catch a case, a few
yeah.
cases.
Listen, we have a running joke that I'm the call me if you need to bail out. Like it's a joke, but it's not a joke. It's a joke, but I'm like we gotta have bail money on that because
Yeah,
and
just in
again,
case. You know what I'm saying?
you
Because
have to
it
take
was
her
like
there. She
that.
doesn't
The
pop off
struggle
like
was
that.
real.
Right,
The
but
struggle was
I will
real.
go there. She will go there. So I'm just like, let me make sure I got bail money because I already
Yeah.
know what's going
I
down.
was I would go there because I wasn't giving up and I wasn't not that I wasn't scared. I was letting that scared. I wasn't letting that fear go against me. I was letting it arouse me and move forward to keep going with these cats. Being the
Right,
only woman up in here had to go through a whole full of men, so disrespectful that let me. You know how deep it is when they moved the dojo right next to me, yo.
right.
10 steps away. That's how cold it was out here in these streets for me.
Yes,
I had to
Mm.
deal with that. I had to deal with people not seeing a strong black woman, and they always got the stereotypes of us, and we're angry. We got these chips on our shoulder. Let me tell you something. You don't know how we are because you never got to get to know us. You don't
right,
know a goddamn thing about us,
right.
and I'm gonna
Don't
tell you why.
generalize.
You don't want to get to know us. You choose to understand what the TV is telling you and what other people's narratives are, or the ones who don't know themselves trying to speak up for all the black race. And let me
Boom.
Mm.
tell you something. I'm
Mm.
speaking for me right now, and I do not like it not one bit. Now, what I would enjoy is to have sit downs so people can actually listen and get to know one another. You don't know us. You never tried to get to know us. All y'all did was rape, kill, beat, breed us. That's
Pillage.
all y'all did. And
Right,
then you want to look like us. Okay, we can't get our hair done, but y'all can. I have nothing against y'all with us getting weaves, y'all, now it's just all
right.
mixed around, whatever, whatever. But back in the day, y'all know well that if we did it, we was ghetto.
Yep.
If they did it, oh,
It was beautiful.
it's the new thing.
Hmm.
Why can't
Always.
we be like ourselves? But y'all want to
Always.
be like us.
That's
And
that black
now
tax.
I take it as a compliment. I take it as a compliment now. Before I was like, nah, this is not,
I
it's
haven't
not
yet.
cool now, but I see another way of it. You see, it's two sides to the coin. So with all that being said, I'm down to teach everyone how I want to be treated. You got to teach them how to respect you because
Right.
they don't know how. So you got to be brave enough to speak up for yourself, or they're just going to keep doing whatever they think is going on because they think that's how you need to be treated. Now,
Well,
if
so
you
why
don't
is
do
it so
anything
hard
about
for
it,
us to
you
speak
can't
up, though?
complain. I'm sorry?
Why is it so hard for us to speak up? Or, are we worried that we're going to be viewed as the angry, black woman or
Yeah,
black
we are
man or
worried.
confrontational? Why
Yeah,
is
we
that
are.
even in
That's
our
all those.
mind?
You're correct with all those things. There's all those fears. But the thing is, though, those are there. So what you gonna do with it? That's the question.
Right,
Are you brave enough? Do you have the courage enough to speak up for yourself to make a change? And we come in numbers. It ain't easy doing it solo, but you
right,
gotta have a crew that you guys are really like-minded. You know what I'm saying? You got how they say kicking around people, like-minded people to help you succeed.
right,
Whatever them sayings are, y'all understand me,
I
right?
got you. I got you.
But it's very imperative. That's why I give you guys respect, and I'm so proud of you that you venturing off, sis, and doing this here for
trying,
yourself. And
trying.
this is gonna be dope because this is why I think you were saying before I got on the importance of social media.
Yeah.
Now during the pandemic, all we can do is figure out how to press these buttons, right?
Hmm.
So let's press these buttons and make it work for us. Let's give people
Absolutely.
tutorials
That's
on how to
it.
treat a black woman.
Right.
One,
Absolutely.
we just start by saying hello.
Yeah.
Two, from black woman to black woman, we just walk by and say hello to each other too. That's how
Hmm.
you break the
To
cycle.
break the
That's how you
cycle, it's
start
up to
the
us, though.
process. It's not going to
It's
end tomorrow, but you got to start the process.
process,
And
and each
martial
one
arts,
teach one.
each one each
Each
one
one
teach
teach
one.
one.
That's what Doc will always say. That's what we always say when we hear because it's true. I want my cubs, my daughter, our son, to be able to speak up for themselves when the time is right. Even though they call her Kaya sometimes, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's Kia." But if she didn't speak up, they think she Kaya. Ain't
Yes.
nothing
Right.
wrong with Kaya, but it ain't her name.
Yeah.
It starts
Right.
with that. Let them know your
Yeah.
Right.
name.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's something that I push with my son as well too. His name is Jamel, and he's had coaches and teachers and stuff calling him Jamil and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, you don't correct him. Tell him what your name is.
And
You
it's not having an attitude. They think that it's an attitude if you correct them. See, that's the problem. Cass is way sensitive now. You can't even tell them what the real deal is without them thinking that you being confrontational. What's confrontational about my name?
Right.
It's my name. How you gonna tell me how to spell my name? Oh, you
get
know how to.
my
You did
name
that.
right.
You did that. You spelled my. Oh yeah.
You know
Well, what's
what?
the?
Ty got kicked off the football team basically for a day for the same reason because
Stop it! I say. Are you serious?
yes, because the coach called him fancy shoes. So he
What?
was
Why? Because
yeah,
he had on the kicks that he's supposed to have on to
right.
pursue his
So
football
he was
career.
like, "My name isn't fancy shoes. You can call me by my name, or you can call me Ty." you know. And so the coach, he said, gets all in his face or whatever. Who do you think you are? Da, da, da. He was like, I'm just saying, call me by my name. That's not my name. And so he ends up calling me like, Mom, I just got kicked off the team, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm walking home. So he gets here. So I instantly
Wow.
emailed the coach or whatever. He reached out to me the next 2 days later, actually, 2 days later, apologized. I said something that I shouldn't have said. He corrected himself before I can say it. He
Yeah, you
corrected
know
himself and
better.
he was
He
like,
was in the
he's
heat of
not
in the
kicked off the
moment of
team.
embarrassment.
Right. He said, I said something that I shouldn't have said that was inappropriate. And I'm going to, talk to him tomorrow and apologize and blah, 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 or whatever. And I was just like, well, just so you know, I work very hard for those shoes.
That part.
You
Come
know,
on now.
you know what I'm
This
saying? I was like, so
the
you know,
struggle is real. The pandemic
and what's
struggle
so
has
cool,
been
you guys, the shoes are 2 years old.
man, and he not gonna stop growing neither. So what's gonna happen
Right.
in 2 more months?
And I'm just
But
like,
I'm glad he apologized because he knew better. The
but my
coach is
son
probably his
also
brother
was
too,
like,
huh?
Ty wasn't backing down. He was just like, you're not going to call me by anything other than my name. And if that means
Right.
getting kicked off the team, bye.
Yeah.
I like it. I love it. I love it actually. Well, listen.
Oh,
Well, listen. I got some questions. I got some
Yes, sir.
questions. You know what I'm saying? You were speaking about the discipline aspect. you're speaking about martial arts not just being about fighting, but being a holistic um, lifestyle, basically. And you were talking about how the raw life thing is you paying homage to the ancestors and you acknowledging your whole self, your being, and putting that into what you do as your art and all of that. And so when you were speaking on that, it reminded me of your logo, which I loved immediately when I seen it. And so
Yes.
I want you to break down this logo for us, if you will.
So this beautiful logo that has been created throughout time of my life. Growing up, you know, we kind of, this is my perception. We kind of got this way of how we know we're supposed to be when we grow up, but we're not sure how to pinpoint or even describe it. But it's just an embodied vision that you have when you're a child. And I've always been like rocking the cowrie shows. Like I've always been that. They used to call me Erica Badu sometimes, or that kind of thing. Like I was always rocking the sultry type of deal. That's always been my vibe.
Hold on a second.
This
Hold on a
beautiful.
second. Hold on a second before you continue. Because I'll be making the flyers to promote the show before we come on, and I usually always try to choose a song that I think is fitting of the guest. And
Yo, that track you got, I'm gonna need to know to get
I
that,
got you.
because
I got you.
that was dope.
I got you. I got you. Trust me, I got you. But I was thinking about using the Erica Badu song at first. So it's funny
Okay.
that you say that. It's funny that you say that. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Yes,
Go ahead.
sir.
Continue.
Yeah, a few of her songs saved my life. A lot of songs. Like I love all genres, and that's a blessing of growing up with parents that want to venture you out into other parts of life too. I have a dancing background. I used to sing. All these things just to now come to this here raw life logo. And by the blessings of one of my students, she's a freshman in college now, very smart, beautiful young woman, created what I was saying, because I can't draw. I can color really good, but I can't draw or put the design together. But she understood and tapped into my mind within it and came out with exactly what I said. And so it's even more personal because it came from one of my students. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't have to go to, some graphics designer and blah, blah, blah. Like this is still in the home of where this has all been created. So the bottom of the Ankh, first of all, the Ankh is the Ankh of life, is the Egyptian cross of what we all should be wearing as who we are, as where our descendants come from. Yes. And please, I I'm not disrespecting anyone on how they roll, how they live, who they live up to, who they praise. I'm just telling you who I is. And the pyramid goes back to respecting. First, the pyramid is there for us in, most people know Egypt, but there are pyramids all over the world, knowing that that's our marking of who originated the whole spot of this world. Also, this pyramid represents Sanukus, which is where I come from in this martial art. You go to any Sanukus school, you see in this pyramid. This pyramid represents us. Usually there's an eye that's separated, a pyramid on top, which saying that there's always going to be more to come, more to learn, like it's never giving up. That's why there was a space in between the pyramid on the other Sanukus logos. I'm paying homage to my system of Sanukus by having that there. Then it raises up to these here wings. These here wings is from the Basset warrior. The Basset warrior is a Basset goddess who comes from, again, Africa, who is the protector of the village, who's the protector of the children, she's the one. Okay, she's the one who helps assist, and she's in the cat life. And the cat life is, I feel like I was in a former life because I feel like I'm a feline sometimes, like straight up. And so that's her with her wings, yes. And then we get to the eye of Ra, sun god, yes. and we can also get to the eye of Horus. Us. So either way you looking at the eye, what you see with these lashes is bringing out a little bit of divine femininity, because from originality, the first person who came on here was a black woman. The black woman can only carry every single gene of every entire race on this planet. So the divine woman has to be a huge part of this process, because that's what I am. And to all that be said, we have this beautiful merging, beautiful art of raw life defense. Professor
Man,
Zahalea, that is I. I'm currently a seventh dawn in the system, and the system of raw life defense is a Sanukus Ru Jiu-Jitsu system.
I just sent
man.
him a
I need
picture
to
of the
turn on. Is that
mural that
better?
was in the dojo.
Hold on.
Say
Let
what?
me.
I said I just sent him a picture of the mural that was in the dojo, so
Yeah,
he can see the
and during the
pyramid along
fire,
with the
we
eye.
cut out what we could save. That
Yeah,
Darren and I, we got these blades and we shoom cutting down what we can save from the fire. And I still
We
have
gonna
it
get into
still in
that. We gonna
store.
get into
that
that.
was next. I wanted to talk about
We
so last
Yeah.
year the dojo was unfortunately set ablaze during the unrest. But a lot of great things did happen after that, and we're going to also talk about that as well. When you found out, because I don't know if I called you or you called me, or if I saw it on social or something, but anyway, um, how did you find out, and what was the first thing that came to you, or you thought, once, okay, this can't be rebuilt. What am I going to do next? But what was the first hearing it and seeing it? What was that feeling?
You
Oh,
see
you
my
gonna
screen?
cry, you big baby, you big old
Oh
baby.
man, you showing throwbacks. Don't make me start crying.
Yeah,
Look at that there.
that's her and my son.
speak on that. Speak on that. Speak on that.
Man, we've been there. Like I grew up there. Okay,
Yeah,
my father found the dojo there in 1995. We was already practicing like at the YMCA or in the backyard, Compton College and things like that. But when he found the dojo, when he found the venue for us to be, it was, over there on 7th and Pine, and we was there since 1995. I took over the dojo in 2010. So me being sitting on the other side of the desk was a whole nother ooh, child. A whole nother experience. But, I wouldn't have it any other way. But, man, it's like you don't know what you're gonna do, because you can't plan for certain things. Like who knew the fire was gonna break out? The only fire in Long Beach, and it happened to be my bill. Like who. But that ain't me. That's the creator who did that. The Most High was like, yo, you are so loyal. You are so loyal and so dedicated to what it is you do. This is how I'm taking it now. When it first happened, oh, it was a hot mess. Okay, but stages of healing. Like I'm
right.
healing, I'm not healed. You understand what I'm healing? And I I didn't I didn't know what to do. But now looking back now, it was the Most High's work to tell me that I needed to go and be somewhere else for me to fly like I'm supposed to, so I can get my bicep wings really up and spread it out. You understand what I'm saying? And I
Right.
couldn't do it there. I couldn't do it there.
Mm.
Right? So I had to take it. I had to take the bad and really figure out, is this really bad?
Hmm.
Because what was we going through? We couldn't even work out because we was closed during the pandemic, right? I
Right.
still went there just to keep the mat clean. I was mopping. I was, keeping the spirit alive. And there's the first time ever it's been closed. We don't close on no holidays, no Christmas, no
Nothing.
nada. We've always been open. So when the pandemic, closed our door, you can even feel the dojo was like, yo, what's going on? Like, where y'all at?
Right.
Mm.
I know that's what she was saying. You know what I'm saying? So when the fire hit, Because you gotta be,
Now, was
you
this
gotta
was
go to the
this
beginning. First, it was a pandemic. That was already hard. We were a non-essential business. I switched everybody to Zoom. I didn't even know how to Zoom. Let me
Hmm.
tell you, I just got a laptop. I'm not hip to the pressing the
Yeah.
buttons game. I'm late to the party,
Yeah.
but I'm at the party though. I figured out how to press these buttons, and I got everybody on Zoom. We started doing Zoom,
Yep.
right? Zooming up
Hmm.
until they said it was okay that we can start going outside. We were the last tier to get out and do stuff. The gyms and fitness, we were the last crew to go to be able to do things. Once I can say, well, where am I going to take them? I took everybody to one of the places where I go and recenter myself, to take a breath within. And so that's where I took all my students. And that was at the
The beach.
Bluff Park in Long Beach, off of Ocean and Wanapero. And we are there Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12:30. Now during the pandemic, then here comes the riots, right? Uh, what we've been screaming about for all these years anyway. Ain't nothing new. Everybody
Right.
just home during the pandemic and got to see it this time. You understand what I'm saying? So now everybody fed up. Now there's a whole world. This Mr. George Floyd got the whole world involved. There was something going on in every single country on his
And
behalf.
city.
And we did not ride with that. It fizzled out. We didn't ride with that. Why not? Why we didn't take that? Why we didn't keep the fire hot? Because
because
how
we
many
didn't
more murders
control it.
happened after him?
We didn't control it from the beginning. That was the thing about it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Um, they made it about George Floyd when it really wasn't about George Floyd. George Floyd was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like you said, this is
Yes.
something that's been taking place, and the people were just fed up because the moment that we were in. But a lot of what we were seeing when you talk about buildings burning and all of the carnage that took place, that wasn't really us. Those were agent provocateurs who were sent out to cause this whole mass distraction. You know what I'm
I
saying?
believe that as well. I
Yep.
believe that as well because anybody who knows Long Beach knows that that block was a minority-owned business. If you for the cause, you would have burned that
Yeah.
spot
Nothing over there.
down.
Yeah.
Exactly, and
That spot,
that's what I was gonna say.
everybody
Like,
there, the Mensu outlet, me, the other dojo, the barbershop, we was black,
Everybody
we was
knows.
Armenian. I don't know disrespect, but they were they weren't. It was some kind of army. The suit cats.
Hmm.
And then Labor Ready, like Labor Ready, they franchise. Labor Ready wasn't, you know
Right.
what I'm
They can
saying?
go anywhere.
But if you know Long Beach, you would not have did that. So yeah, I think it was something going on. You know what I mean?
yeah, there was a lot
Yep.
of insurance frauds and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys
Unfortunately, I didn't
own
have
the
any.
building.
I didn't know I
Okay.
couldn't afford that. How many times have we trained by candlelight?
Right.
And those are some of the best trainings that I've had. It's just a little bit of the struggle that I've been through. I did everything but sell my soul to keep this business alive. You
Yep.
understand what I'm
I
saying?
agree. Hmm.
And I almost
No,
met him
real
at the
talk.
crossroads. Y'all
Real
remember that
talk.
movie?
Right. Real
But
talk.
I
But look,
did not.
the blessing that
That's
came
why I'm
from it.
trying to tell you, I fought hard. I fought
Right.
hard. I fought a lot. So when I saw it go up in flames, because I was just there earlier that day, flipping the mat, getting ready to reopen because we were about to be able to go back in. Right? I told all my male students who were with me that day, who was helping me flip the mats around and stuff, to go home because there was a curfew. Most of them live up in LA. I
Yep.
got students that come all the way from Big Bear to come down to Long Beach to get this here. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So you go where
That's a 2 hour
so
drive,
you
by the
go where
way.
it's at. Look at us.
So everyone
Look at us there.
knows
Look at
Big
that.
Bear to Long Beach. Big Bear to Long Beach on a good day and good traffic, that's probably 2+ hours. And heavy
Yeah.
traffic, which LA has heavy traffic all the time, you're
But this
talking about
they
two and a
come
half,
you
three
come where
hours.
it's at. You
Right.
come and get it where it's at. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And I'm so blessed and so lucky to have
Hmm.
students that want to come and trust me to teach them the art. The art is what keeps me alive and inspired. I don't need no building. Look at that shit. Look at that. I don't need no building. The dojo lies within, and I had to really tell myself that when everything was happening, because I did think it was over. I did. I was like, what? Damn, the pandemic, now a fire. Like, what?
Right.
What else?
A hell of a
And yeah,
test.
more things came. Okay, my husband had a heart attack.
Yep.
Like, not, some people don't know my life, but just know there's other things going on that ain't posted. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You post what you want people to let you know and what you want people to know and whatnot, and you say what you want to say. And I wear my heart on my sleeve, and sometimes that's good and
She's a
sometimes
Gemini
that's
like
bad,
me.
but that's the balance. You know what I'm saying? That's the balance of life, and I own it. I own what I do. I If I mistake, I own it. And if I'm not mistaken, then I try to get the other person to see where it is I'm coming from with things. Because that day, I was like, well, what were we doing here? I don't even know. All I did was take a picture and I sent it. I posted it just to really show my father, because he lives in Brooklyn now, and to show that my other elders and people at San Lucas of this is what's going on in Long Beach. I didn't know that it did what it did. I had no clue I was in that right mindset to. All I did was post that, and I put the phone in my pocket and got to work trying to get what I could save. You know what I'm saying? Phone is blowing up. Phone is literally hot, and I have no idea why. I just wasn't in that right mindset to pick up the phone. I'm crying, I'm screaming, I'm every single emotion that runs through the human body was doing at one time with thyself that day. You understand what I'm saying? There's no words. I still don't know the words of what that day was like. It's every
Right.
single emotion you can possibly do
But
at
again, the
one
power of
time.
social
It
media
was an
came
outer body
together.
experience. Say that again.
I said, and again, the power of social media, because we brought up social media, and of someone that she never met before saw that photo and
Yeah,
started a
it was trippy.
GoFundMe.
Yeah,
You
because
know.
I believe one girl who follows me saw it and then shared it, and then another girl, which is this Michigan girl, went
Hmm.
ahead and did it some more and whatnot. So that's what I was told. I still don't
Yeah.
really know what's going on. That's what I was told. You understand what I'm
So y'all
saying?
kind of y'all got to fill in the blanks for the audience because y'all know the backstory there. But what
Yeah.
y'all talking about?
I don't know if I should
GoFundMe.
say the one's name who started the whole thing, because I'm not
I
sure
don't
she even
remember
wants
her
to be
That's
name.
known. Yes.
no that's
Yeah.
fine. But you just said something about a GoFundMe. What was that about?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
they
that
they
picture
said the
was
lady set
shared.
up a GoFundMe, and I
Hmm.
didn't know at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm in there savoring what I could save from the dojo, and I
She
know
didn't
my
know
phone was blowing
anything.
up, but I was not in that right state of mind to be talking to folks and whatnot. You know
Right.
what I mean? I didn't know, and there was no disrespect. It's just you in. I'm trying to save 25 years here.
Yeah.
25 years here. I'm not trying to I wasn't trying to pick up the phone, and I don't mean no disrespect. Just my mindset was like, okay, this is still okay. Oh God, oh no.
I had
So,
people
oh
reaching out to
God,
me.
screaming, crying. Okay,
I
repeat.
had
Like, it
some of
was
her
that for
peers.
hours.
I had some
I
of her
was on
peers in New
it.
York.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of her martial art friends and peers in New York were reaching out to me like, hey, she's not answering the phone, but there's this GoFundMe. We want to make sure that we take care of her and get this rebuilt or reopened. And
And
so everybody started to share it. And
I
then
am
I
so
got
grateful.
invited. She got
I'm
invited
so
to the Kelly
grateful.
Clarkson show. So Kelly Clarkson
Let me
shared
tell
the
you something. Let me
GoFundMe
tell
and
you
made
something.
a donation.
For someone like me who's been living the Ronin life, if you will. I've been on my own
Right.
for a long time, being a sole proprietor, black woman, martial artist, wife's mother, business owner. Okay. And I felt alone. This whole journey was a self journey all these years. So I didn't know that I had people like that to come and support. I didn't know.
Hmm.
Sister didn't know she had supporters like that.
Yeah,
Like, I knew I had people I rocked with, of course, but I didn't know the community. Oh my gosh, the
it was
community
huge.
was so big that I'm speechless still because I didn't even know that it could be like that. I didn't even know it could, and I'm so grateful, y'all. My family and I are so grateful. Okay, that we can still work and teach martial arts and still reach people. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, another blessing was getting on Kelly Clarkson. Another blessing, and a curse was these here social media, all the
Hmm.
newspapers and radio shows and because no disrespect, but you do say one thing, then you wait for it to come out. It's actually something else that you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
And
They
and
did that to
and I know
you?
that's how they roll. That's how the job goes. Again, I get it. But I like these things here because I'm telling you, hear from my mouth, from
Right.
my heart of what's going on.
Journey
Nothing's
of the
rehearsed, nothing's
Grandmaster.
drilled. I go off the
Yep.
rip. I freestyle in my mind and soul all the time. It may not rhyme, but you can
No, I think
understand
you
what
got bars.
It's bars though. It's bars.
You got bars,
you
sis.
you got bars when you speaking your truth because you ain't trying to cover up a lie and another lie, and then go
Exactly.
lose focus on all them damn lies. You
There you
speak your
go.
Exactly.
truth, you good.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. Hey, I got a question. And I hear you say it. I hear you say it a lot while you're just speaking, while you're just flowing. In between, I keep hearing us,
Us.
and I
Us.
know it was also and just to let you know, the song that I put on the flyer is by a brother named Coach Nim, and he's part of the RBG Fit Club. I believe he's a jiu-jitsu instructor as well. I'm not
Okay.
sure about that, but he's definitely a fitness trainer and also a dope MC. You know what I'm
Cause he
saying?
he was saying us in there like so he you can
Hmm.
feel through his us through the track that he knows something.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
Even
my
Dead Prez on their song,
exactly. He's part of Dead Press. That's how I found him through Stickman. It was a mixtape that they had put out called Ready to Live,
Yeah.
and that helped me get on my fitness. You know what I'm saying? That's my workout music.
Okay, that's your
So
motivation there, huh?
when I saw your hashtags, I immediately went to that. I'm like, us. I'm like, oh, that's what he be saying. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So what does that mean? What is that mantra? That us.
Us is a part of the martial art, lingo, language, and whatnot. And it depends on where you come from, like karate, or us. We come from jujitsu, and the way we spell it is OUS. Other ways that it's spelled is OS or OSU, asu. But it's a greeting. It's a hello. It's a goodbye. I'm sorry. It's a like if I'm teaching, right? If I'm expressing and we in the moment and we working, we sweat, and we done
It's
tripped
like
and
an
slipped and
amen.
choked and tugged and hooked and jabbed and locked up and all these things. And there's still a glitch missing in this matrix, right? And then we really trying to dissect and figure out what is this little part of the glitch that I need to get away so my matrix can ride and fly. And then once we start to express back and forth with one another with the movement on how to get this right, and it could be just a few inches to the right, it's like, do you understand what I'm saying? Us, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Or with the children, they're so cute. He's like, yes, us, and no us. They're like, yes, us. Yes, us, and it's so cute. I got this little girl. We're in our ready position. We're like, this here, right?
Mhm.
Well, can you see my hand? Wait a minute.
Yeah. Ready. I'm doing it. I'm
Right.
doing it. Ready. This
But
is
okay, but
ready.
with her, it's so cute. Okay, she's
It's
like three,
ready.
4, right? And she's like, she'll
Let me
go.
spotlight
Where's
you.
my hand? She go. This is her. She's like this, like dainty, like it's like I'm ready, Professor. I'm ready. It is so cute because I love her us. We'll take that us. You know what I mean? But the us, it comes from the diaphragm. You know how they tell the
Yes.
singers to sing from your gut, to sing from, and when I us, it comes through my diaphragm. It comes through my soul because that word and the way we say it is it's like an army within. You know how they go hoorah and what is it, the Marines,
In the
correct?
ring.
Or am I
Yeah.
wrong?
Nah, that's
No.
Marine. I think that's Marines. I
Marines,
think that's
yes.
Marines.
And how everybody got, their way of expressing in a team manner effort, and that us brings that out, when we're like on our knuckles or on our fingertips, and we already done had a whole workout. Now we closing down with more conditioning. It's like, oh, and we finish. I know me personally, I'm like, oh, like trying to get back up. That's our inner chi. That inner chi brings that energy. You understand what I'm saying? So
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. I just wanted you to explain it for the audience. You know what
yeah,
I'm
So,
saying?
us.
Usu,
I think us sounds
Usu
better.
is. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The screen is frozen, but there you
Usu
go.
is a saying in the martial art world. It's a greeting. It's communication. For me, it's a part of enhancing of what I got going on. You know, like in karate, or even we do too. We like Kia. You know, just to
Yeah,
get
Kia.
that last bit of what we need to get what we striving for. So and us,
Yes.
Us.
see.
Us.
So again, everybody, thank you again for joining us tonight on our special episode of the Black Business Showcase with Professor Zahalea out of Long Beach, California. If you are in
Yes.
the area, she does teach on Tuesdays and Saturdays at the Bluff Park in Long Beach, California. You can also reach out to her via all social media platforms, I believe, at Raw Life Defense. You can even type in Professor Zahelia, it'll pop up. She out here like that. So definitely, you do classes as well as private still, correct?
Yes, and the beautiful thing about this social distancing and whatnot, that I've got creative, you know, and now there's couple sessions, there's family sessions, there's Zoom. The beautiful part about social media, I got students that I probably wouldn't reach because they're in other states now.
Okay, great.
So the beautiful part of the pandemic is that you get to reach people you probably thought you never that you wouldn't
I'm
touch.
I'm
I got
definitely glad
students
you're
back
doing that.
east. I got you know what I'm saying? And oh, look at them. You
I'm
took me
definitely
back
glad you're
down
doing
memory
doing
lane.
the virtual classes because I was definitely going to suggest that as well if you wasn't already doing that because that's
Yes,
kind of
sir. Virtual classes have been in effect. Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful right there.
yes. You
And
learn
so
how to
yeah,
press these
this is your
buttons.
website that I got up on the screen. This is the
There's the
sister's
mural.
website.
uh urban dot school dot excuse me urban/school/ self defense dot business dot site.
All
Please
right.
just reach out. Again, general classes are those days the sister was talking about, Tuesdays and Saturdays, but there's also private lessons available upon request, group families, Zoom it, however you want to do it, because it needs to be done. How would you
Period.
not want to try to make a way to have these tools for you in case you might have to use them? Look, I'd rather have all the tools than to have no tools.
Mm.
I'd rather
Absolutely.
have
Mm.
something
Absolutely.
than to have nothing. Like, let me figure out how to hold a pistol. Let me figure out how to rack and clean in case I come across one.
Right.
Like the war is here.
Right. Shihan. Oh,
So
well, not
be
Shihan anymore.
ready. I'm
Professor.
not saying, go out and start showing, look what I can do and black hot cock. No.
No.
Have these tools, so you can protect you and your loved ones. Self-defense, all the fighting, all the bickering, all that the stuff that we shouldn't even be dealing with as people. We dealing with it. So we gotta get them to teach them how to respect you.
Yeah.
Love it.
Us.
Love it. And this is
Professor Zane, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say this is my mom in the chat promoting my album. This ain't I'm not the guest on the showcase, man, but Mama Love, that's my number one promoter right there. But yeah, if you have time, go check out the Spear and the Shield. That's my latest right there. Y'all go check that out as well. Thanks, Ma. Appreciate it.
She's so
I'll be
sweet.
doing the same thing. That's my baby. I'm gonna do the same thing to my cubs.
Right? Professor Zahalia, what is the highest belt you raised? Meaning the highest belt you raised someone else to get.
I have my highest belt right now is Malik, right? Malik and his family, he's a brown belt now.
Oh,
And the
go
brown
Malik.
belt to me is one of the best one of the best belts because it's like you're not quite a black belt yet. You're definitely not a beginner. You know, you're
What
not
Right.
level is
intermediate.
that?
You just right on the cusp. So you flying through
Next
this.
is black.
You know how when you got two oceans that are not supposed to mix, and you
Mm-hmm.
see that the water in the that's the
Yeah.
brown belt. You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying? So like you
Okay.
so hungry and you know where you trying to get over that other side of the water, but you
Mm-hmm.
know you still on this side of the water. You know what I mean? That it's just it's a majestic, beautiful moment. You really get to figure out what you're capable of at that time. And when you get your black belt, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. That means you have all your basics down. Now the training starts. And then
Yes.
Wow.
even having a belt don't mean nothing. There's all these belts here, these blah blah blah. You know, oh, I do this, I do that. People buying their belts on Amazon. You want it vintage, you want it, new, look like you put in work. All these things. And people can
Absolutely.
say they're this and that and whatnot. I really not try to speak. I really try to let my work speak for itself. Unfortunately, the
And it
fights that
does.
I have been in, there was no cameras and stuff at that time. But you can see the scars on my body. You can see me. You understand? That's why I know when I go into the higher life, I want people to see my stories and see my temple. Don't cover me up. Get to know my story.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So you can see what I've been through and how I lived. You know, but people know the fights that I have been in, the ones that I have shared, and the ones that I haven't shared. You know what I'm saying? I'm a woman. You
Mm-hmm.
know, there's certain things that we got to take care of in certain ways, but we don't if we don't speak up and be real. Stop playing the role. Ain't no roles no more. There should
Right.
be no roles. You need to speak up and speak in your truth, and people will get clarity. They will get clarity.
One of our
So
listeners has a question for you. Jackson Harlem says, Professor Zahalea, would you say the different self-defense systems are equivalent to various languages?
Yes,
Did you hear?
ma'am. Every self defense, you know, has its own. It's like its own section in the martial art world. Some people do martial arts because it works their temple out. They stay consistent, just like going to the gym. Now with self defense is because I'm trying to defend my temple. I'm trying to defend my body. Now, various people may say that they're doing these things and some may think that they're doing these things. I'm telling you, for me, for the system that I have been blessed to be a part of, that it is truly self-defense. Now, other systems like Krav Maga, I would say, that's because I'm looking not too far from their dojo, and other now Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that's a different type of Jiu-Jitsu that's strictly ground, which I know as well. But Jiu-Jitsu in that case is not for self-defense. There are some things on the floor that can get you jacked up even more because you're not moving in the way that you need to move to know how to slip them angles. Angles, self defense is all about angles. You gotta know your angles. You know how to slip the whole clock both ways, counter and clockwise. And so these are things that I tap into. Ma'am, I hope I answered your question. I really hope I did.
you
You
did.
got a thumb? Is
I
there a
think you
thumbs up
did.
to see if I
I,
answered her question right?
I think you did. That's our brother. That's one of the administrators in the
Oh,
chat right
us.
there. That's our
Excuse me,
brother
sir.
Jackson Harlem.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So good. Um, one of the I don't know exactly how to word this question, but it deals with because I'm getting pure divine feminine energy from you, right? But at the same time, I'm getting this warrior energy as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's not masculine. It's not masculine. It's definitely a warrior energy. And we usually, when we think of warriors, we usually think of the men who are supposed to be the protectors, right? You know what I'm saying? But we read about great um, female warriors in history, like the Dahomey tribes and Benin. They had a female warrior tribe out in Benin during the Benin Empire and all of that stuff. And so, can you kind of explain that balance of the feminine and masculine when it comes to that? I
Yes,
don't know
sir.
if
You
that
can you
makes
can be
sense.
a feminine warrior. There are feminine warriors like myself and our ancestors, the one
Graceful.
that you have mentioned. Yes. You don't have to be a man to be a warrior. I'm not trying to be like a man. I cannot be a man. I am a woman. But what we can do is balance each other out. That's why we here. So me being in my divine femininity allows me to pursue my warrior isms in my way, being soft and strong, knowing what I have within and use it as a strength. It ain't weak to be a woman. Okay, try
Right.
pushing a baby out. I mean, come on.
Well,
Okay, it's not weak to be a woman warrior. When you just say warrior, that should just be it. It shouldn't even know what gender it is. You understand what I'm saying? It shouldn't be
Gotcha.
no gender behind the warrior, but there is. So this is what it is. Me being a woman warrior allows me to have a sense of gracefulness and a sense of softness and nurturing systems because I am a woman. I am a
Indeed.
mother. I've
Indeed.
breastfed 2 cubs for 2.5 years each.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
that's just what it is. So even when we're in mommy mode and things like that, right? That's what they call it. That's warrior mode. That's
Indeed.
mommy warrior isms right
yeah.
there.
Mess with
You
my
know how they say,
babies.
"Oh, that's mama bear." Yeah, I'll mama bear you up. Keep coming around here
Mhm.
with my cubs, right?
Right.
That's just natural instincts that us as mothers have. That's already a woman warrior, not a
Indeed.
father warrior, not a man warrior, a woman warrior.
Mama
Now
bear.
when you
Indeed.
have away from the motherhood, now when you have our fighters and our women who be in the ring, and I follow, she's about to have a fight tonight, actually, the boxer who turned MMA, sister,
Oh, that's tonight?
she got a fight on tonight. She got her second MMA debut going on right now.
Oh man.
I don't know
But
anything
like
about that
she
stuff.
she she knows she's a woman too, and
Absolutely.
she got hands.
Absolutely.
It's okay to be in shape and be a woman. It's okay to have muscles and be a
Clarissa Shields.
woman.
Clarissa Shields, that's her name.
Clarissa Shields, yes, yes.
Oh yeah, I
Positive
gotta check
vibes for
that
her
fight out.
tonight. You know, but being a woman warrior is a blessing, not a curse. You understand why? There is a saying, when the wolves are in a pack, and they say when the two alpha males are going head to head, that it's the woman, it's the queen that goes underneath the neck of the wolf, of her mate, to protect his neck so the dog don't, but so she's sacrificing her life to protect her man, her wolf
Right.
man. Arr. I don't know why I did that. I was corny.
Nah, but
But
that was
real talk,
perfectly said
she's
though.
there to what? Protect him. So she's sacrificing her life first, because if anything did happen to the alpha wolf male, the tribe would not be as a whole as it should be, right? She knows that he needs to be around, right? She knows
Yep.
that she will sacrifice herself, knowing she doesn't bear the children. The children are grown, and if it's time for her to go ahead and take her life to make sure that the rest of the tribe lives on, she will.
That was perfectly said, and I love the point about it's not about gender, right?
Mhm.
Because when we're speaking about masculine and feminine from a spiritual perspective, we're not speaking about gender anyway. We're speaking about energy. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We're speaking about different
Energy.
energy that is part of the galaxy. It's a part of nature. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
it's the balance. It's the balance that is necessary to keep everything going, to keep everything in tune. So the gender
Yeah.
only comes into play in the three-dimensional realm. You know what I'm saying? When we come into these bodies.
Right.
But when we get into
Yes.
get into who we really are, you know what I'm saying, on a divine level, then gender doesn't even come into play.
Remote.
So I love how you said that.
Oh, good things. I'm glad you tapped into it, right? He knows them frequencies, huh?
Right.
Absolutely.
Oh, you know what I wanted to mention? You both
Yeah.
are from New York. Is that why? Hey,
Hey.
that's my New York brother.
Yeah,
That's
I was
what's
born in
up.
Brooklyn. The family's Brooklyn Bond, and my mom's Geechee Gullah, and pops is West
Hey.
Indian, and put them two together, then you have me and my siblings.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. And
KRS-One energy, huh? Okay.
Oh,
oh wow, yo, I was like, wait,
well,
did I read that?
that's
Yo, I
legendary.
humbly, like
That's
KRS,
legendary.
yo, us.
You a legend
Yes,
already. You
thanks.
know what? I'm giving you your flowers and your stripes now.
Say that.
Oh.
Legendary. I wanted to say this. No, she changed my son's life. My son had been in martial arts before, but he wouldn't stick to it. He'll go and when it's time to go, oh, I don't want to go today, da da da. And so I reached out to someone else on social media. I think I just made a post and I said, does anyone know of a martial arts or self defense school in the Long Beach area? Another guy hit me up, one of her martial art brothers, hit me up and was like, "Yeah,
And I
this
think I
this
think the
thing."
key ticket was is that you said black owned as
I
well.
did say black on. I was very
And that's the
specific
thing,
in
you
black
you
on.
reaching out to try to keep it in the circle,
Yeah, I
because you
was
know the
very
importance of
specific.
how you need to move with the black dollar. So that's
Exactly.
you. You know
That's
what I'm
me.
saying?
This has been my thing. And so I went, my son came, worked out with him, and then we left. And I said, how did you like it? He was like, Mom, I never want to leave. Like, it was just like, I didn't have to tell him to get dressed, when to go. He didn't want, like, this was his thing. Like, he loved it from day one. He wanted to be
Oh.
there. And then,
Great
mind you,
testimony.
they had their little, remember you had to beat him inside the dojo because he wouldn't do the 6 inches? Like literally,
You gonna cut
he had
you
this moment. He had this moment, and she was like, "Step outside. I'm about to handle him." And I went on out to handle him. He locked the doors of the dojo in there, locked his big old butt up in there. I'm like, okay, you want to play today? I got something because boys are always going to test a woman, and I think that he thought that he could test her because she was a woman, and he found out.
Because I was going to ask that question in the beginning too, like, because before you got on, we were showing some of your videos and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so the question that I had is, can you kick my ass? Like,
can I kick your like if it come down to it, I hope so. If I have to. I give you that answer. If it has to come my way and I'm gonna have to be able
listen,
to do it, let's hope that I can. Or
listen. I don't
if
want
I'm
no
gonna keep
smoke. All right,
trying.
I don't
No,
want
I
no
think the
smoke.
question you asked me if I fought men before. Maybe you want to ask that question. Yeah, I fought men.
Majority, right? Would you say most of your fights
Unfortunately,
were?
my fights have been with men. I've had fights with women too. I've
I,
gotten
if
jumped.
now, if it
You
wasn't,
understand? Like,
if it wasn't in like a martial arts competition type of setting, then I
nah,
don't
this
know.
was
I don't.
street.
I won't call those men. Then I won't call those men. You have fight with males,
Yeah, yeah, I did. And that goes to why you don't respect the black woman neither.
indeed.
And it's not even me trying to challenge you. I didn't even know you, partner. I didn't know,
Right,
some I
right.
did know, some I didn't know.
Partner.
You know what I'm saying? But for some
Yeah.
people don't like, why can't we speak and be smart and say our feelings? Why can't we? But why she can, I can't? What we missing here? What's wrong? You know?
It seems like
No,
it's cute.
I
It's
remember
cute and
one cat, and
spicy.
I'll tell you this story because I never knew his name. I don't know. He was Joe from the street. I don't know him. He told me this was after the dojo. Sometimes I got to decompress depending on how hot we were teaching. That I can't really go home quite yet. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I gotta bring myself down a few, before I go home, and then I gotta switch energies to be mommy and wifey. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's different. That's why you gotta know thyself, because you gotta be able to control your smiles and cries. I did that post last night. You gotta be able to control your smiles and cries. You understand? So this cat had the nerve to tell me, "Oh, you gonna give me some money, homeless man." Excuse me, what? Oh, you
Mm,
gonna give me some? I'm sorry, I don't have any to give. And I'm not tripping. Sometimes they might not be in their right mind. They 5150 or whatnot. And he wasn't even quote unquote that homeless. But it comes in all different shades of homeless. Okay, so I'm not
right.
even gonna, you know what I mean. But if you asking me for some money, then okay,
Ask.
Okay, but I don't have it to give. Okay, I'm over here. You see me eating edamame and some California rolls. That still don't mean I got it to share. Did I just tell you I was working out at candlelight? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know? But the way that he told me what I'm going to do, the way that it was read to me, it was like, oh, this is how he talked to all his women.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And it got to the point like, I'm not her. I'm not your wife. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your sister. I'm not your cousin. I'm not any of those other women that are in your life that you think you can talk to any old kind of way and run up on me when you think I'm by myself. Like, that shit gonna scare me. So I stood right up. Like, I already told you what I'm not gonna do. Why don't you leave me alone? Let me eat so I can continue on with my night. He didn't. I don't go back and forth. I don't yada. I cannot. I cannot waste no more energy. It's
At
either gonna
all.
happen or it's not. That's why people talk so much before they fight, because they building themselves up to fight. They
But you
don't want
already
to
know what
fight.
you could
They
do.
gotta work. They gotta work it out. They gotta build up. You know what I'm
Indeed.
saying? That's why they talking all that smack before they go and push somebody or something. Somebody's coming my way. I've learned throughout time of having experiences of fighting that it comes to a time when it's either going to happen or when it's not. At this time, I felt like he was not going to stop. He was going to keep messing with me. And if I don't stop it right now, I'm not waiting on somebody else to come save me. I know I'm by myself. You know, and in self-defense, you use anything that you have to protect yourself. So I threw my glass bottle of water at him to deflect him from what was happening after that. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't come out trying to throw hooks and haymakers and uppercut on a grown ass man. I'm a woman. Okay, I'm gonna get you in your throat. I'm gonna get you in your eyes. I'm gonna get you in your ear. I'm not gonna kick you in your balls. I'm gonna squeeze you right up in the inner thigh of the inside, right next to your balls. You understand what I'm saying? That sensitive part that you don't even know, and you trying to figure out how come you coming so quick because she got to that spot.
Mm.
That's the spots
Mm.
that we touch as women to lower your mind, body, and spirit to get you to understand who you talking to like that.
Well,
Men wear cuffs now. You can't do that kicking the ball mess no more. You gotta get them onto the side of the inner upper thigh. Go ahead and squeeze your inner thigh right now, right up top. Go ahead and pinch yourself.
no,
See
no,
how much
thank you.
that hurts right there
He
with a
said, wait a
pinch.
minute.
No, thank you. I'll take your word for it.
I'm just saying, to be a warrior woman, you got to know where to go, what to do, and how to do it. Yeah, I got nice hands, and I can throw some and whatnot, and kicks and locks and stuff. But I also know where and how you got to be able to make these things work. Okay, you just can't come out and knock somebody and hope that you knock them out on the first go. Right? We all hope, sometimes you see tapes and then somebody do get one hitter quitters, right? But that don't happen all the time. So
Right.
if that's all that you plan, then you stuck when he don't get knocked out. Then what? This is why you study.
It's a
This
good
is why you
point, man.
continue to do your homework.
I
This is
think
why
that
you
was our
drill,
brother.
drill, and drill and have an A, B, C, D, E, continuing on to go through the whole alphabet on their body.
Right.
Hey, I think that was our brother Deontay Wilder's problem too. He was just depending on that knockout blow, and then when it didn't happen, he didn't have no other strategy. You know
Right.
what I'm
You didn't have
saying?
no
To
other
to fall
strategy. And
back
then you
on.
know what? And that's me knowing that I was by myself. People started to hear and see what was going on. So they try to pull me back, and do that, behind the head thing when they holding both of my arms. I didn't
Yeah.
weaved out of that because I don't
Right.
know who was you doing that to me. I knew I was by myself. So who holding me up, knowing that I'm in the right to protect myself? Who you holding? You need to be holding on to him. Why I gotta be the wild one? Why you pull me back? Oh, because I'm up on his ass right now. He getting this right now. You can't understand why a lady in a skirt is tagging this person like this. Because I felt endangered. I
Right.
felt like I was endangered, being harassed, being threatened. Tell me what we doing here? And
And so
even with the
this is
cuffs,
why if you in the Long Beach area, you need to get in that class. ladies, gentlemen,
Gentlemen.
boys and girls.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all
The
tap in with our
classes are
sister.
available to everybody. There's
Oh yeah,
men there. There's women there. There's all the cubs are there, all different ages of their little lives, raw life, little lives. Okay, everybody, disabilities, it don't matter. I have people with
Yeah.
cerebral palsy, ADD, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Everybody's in there because they know they need to have all the tools that they can do to try to strive for their survival.
all right, all right, all right.
Yes,
Let me see. Well, don't worry. They got
we
the
can
Zoom
do
classes too,
Zoom.
3
Star.
hours
Three
Got
hours.
away.
We
got
can do Zoom.
got the Zoom
We can do
classes,
Zoom
Star.
if you feel like the distance is too far, and then maybe once a month we'll come see each other in person. But let just try to start the process.
Yep.
You gotta commit to try to start the process, and you gotta commit to the commitment to be what? To keep
Committed.
following through, to be
Hmm.
Indeed.
consistent.
Consistent.
Indeed.
Consistency is
So
key.
make sure y'all following her. She's at raw_life_defense. And all the information is there. The link is in her bio to the website and everything like that. So make sure y'all get tapped in with our good warrior sister right here, man. This was a good show. You know what I'm saying? You came right on time. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
You came right on time because everything
Yes,
happens in this divine order
Order.
and with this divine
that's
purpose,
right.
the way that it's
In
supposed to
divine
happen.
order,
You know what
yes,
I'm
sir.
saying?
Divine
And so,
timing and divine order.
yeah, man plans and God laughs. So we appreciate everybody who joined us tonight. Make sure
Yeah.
that you hit the like button. Make sure that you share this broadcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? Click the notification bell to make sure that you get notifications every time we go live. Remember, we do our broadcast on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the Black Business Showcase normal time is on Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Time. So make sure y'all tap in with us tomorrow. We got our brother Karan Joseph Riley, who's going to be in the building, former NFL player, actor, entrepreneur, multiple hat wearer, my guy, will be in the building with us tomorrow. So make sure y'all tap back in with us once again. And so, Nicely, you got any questions? You got any last
Um,
questions before we get out of here?
Not any last questions, but again, I just want everybody to make sure they follow. Also, she has merch, so you can also support her brand, Raw Life Defense brand. She has hoodies, she has t-shirts. Do you have sweatpants? I believe I think I saw
Yes, those is
sweatpants. Yeah. So
some
make
plenty is
sure that
coming
you
out.
also support the merch. She does have merch. Again, this is a way to build Black businesses, keep us afloat. It's the only way it's going to work is if we do the supporting, not just sharing it online, but supporting merchandise as well. Whatever little or lot we can do, and if you're only able to do a little, it may be your little, but a lot to that business, right? So
Absolutely.
let's make sure
That's
that
facts right there.
we
That
support.
GoFundMe people was doing dollars,
Right.
$5, a little bit there, but everybody came
They add
together,
up. It
and,
adds
and
up.
and that's such a true blessing. And I give thanks to everybody who supported me and still support me with this here. And I am still working. I am not giving up, and I'm getting better from here. Because I will
And,
continue to share with the community what it is of my purpose in life, and that's raw life self-defense to help protect you and your loved ones.
and she
Indeed,
lives this
indeed,
life.
indeed.
It's not just raw life self-defense. She lives it, she breathes it. And again, let's make sure that we all support it, share her post, because that's going to get her more exposure, more people to come in. Again, the
Us.
merch, it's dope,
Us.
right? So make sure you get that and bring your babies, bring your family. And thank you guys again for showing up, showing out for us yet again on the Sincere Love the God Cast Black Business Showcase. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it.
Us.
We've gone 2.5 hours, y'all.
Us.
Yes.
Us. Us. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
It was a good conversation. Now, Professor Zahalea, do you got any parting words for the family? Anything that you would like to leave the listeners with? You know what I'm saying? Before we get out of here.
Be brave. have the courage, practice on striving, getting the courage to live in your truth. Live in your truth so you can be free. Frequency, dimensional, divine power free.
Yes.
And you will be.
That's right. That's right.
Just start the process. Start the process. Just start the process and be patient. Oh gosh, be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. You have your ups, your downs, and ins and outs and whatnot. You might feel frustrated but growth ain't easy. Growth is not comfortable. So if you're really uncomfortable in life right now, that means you're doing something right. Keep going.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
That's what it is. It's called growing pains. It's called growing pains, child.
Labor pains.
It's going to be beautiful on the other side, though. It's going to be beautiful on the other side of it.
Yes, it will.
So,
oh my gosh.
I claim it.
Yes, indeed. So, family, this has been another great episode of Sincere Love the Godcast and a special edition of the Black Business Showcase with our sister, Professor Zahalea. And we appreciate y'all tuning in with us. And always remember, we are not the master teachers. We are only the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media and the grassroots.
Yes.
Us. Make sure you tune in next week. And actually, make sure you tune in tomorrow for another great episode as we take you black to the future.
Black to the future. Hey.
Black to the future.
I like that there.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Love you too. I give thanks for you too for inviting me on. Much love and respect always. Us.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Signing off.
Peace.
Peace.